commercial breaks. Ladies and gentlemen, what the fuck? See, a lot of people Ray DeVito's so poor, it caused me to fucking miss my power cable bill, lighting bill, whatever the fuck bill. Wow. But again, we were just talking. Welcome back in, everyone. Had a fucking just epic power surge.
Whatever you do it for less.
Is that you?
Yeah, I was like we discussed.
Okay. But yeah, so welcome back in, everyone. Sorry about the power fucking just automatic. It wasn't even the power. It was just, it surged. My TV surged. Interfaces went out. Computer done. And I'm sitting here left fucking holding the bag, man. Fuck. That sucked. I don't even have a sound drip to play for that. I'll do this. I'll do one of these. Hold on. Oh. There it is. So welcome back in. Welcome back in. Yes. Epic fail. Epic fail. But that actually, honestly, it works out pretty good because Ray kind of caught me off guard. He wasn't supposed to call into about 8:30. And he has his own show set to kick off at 8:45, which we'll be just going over some clips. I wanted to set some things up before we got into that interview anyway, so that kind of works out.
Well, what we talked about, too, during the reset of the program was this is probably better because before he had a hard out where he's like, I got to go, and we couldn't get to everything. But now we'll have a chance to do the whole interview the way we, I know you got a set lot of questions and they're going to require some follow-up. So it's going to take some time to do it right.
Yeah, it would probably be closer to 45 minutes, I'm anticipating. So the way we were going to I was just going to roll with it just because I'm not going to tell him, yo, man, we don't need you yet. Call back. I don't want to be fucking completely disrespectful to the guy, but nonetheless, this will work out better, guys. Sorry about the power outage there. The power guy came around and said, Kumia sends his regards. So we got Kumia guys working at the power company. Nah, man. So we'll just get back into the show. We'll go over some clips that we were going to play originally, how I wanted to set everything up. And we'll kind of go from there. How's the chat doing? I haven't even checked in with the chat tonight. I'm all over the place, man. This fucking fried turkey and beer is one hell of a combo, man. I'm telling you. Let's see. Ian Hawk. We have Ian Hawk in the chat. Carlos Danger back in the chat. Steven C.
Ian Hawk was killing it on on MLC.
Well, dude, he was killing it on MLC, and I believe... Where did I see Ian Hawk? Fuck it. Gino stream.
That's where he was killing it. Gino banned him.
Yeah, Gino wound up banning Ian. And we're going to actually play some clips from that Gino show coming up here in just a moment. But yeah, Ian was fucking, dude, he was letting Gino have it. And, all the shit we give Chad, dude, it's like, Gino has a Shure SM7B that he uses to, YouTube with. And for some reason, these guys can't figure out on their fucking dumbass StreamYard, they can't figure out how to click a button to switch over from default camera audio to their actual input audio. Like, they don't do any checks. They just sit down at their fucking station and click go live. And, they do no checks. They do no audio checks, no camera checks. They don't care. You know what I mean? It's unreal. So, Gino, it was actually funny because you're watching Gino. We're going to be watching here in just a moment. In a little bit, actually. But we were watching Gino, and, he starts the stream off for 15 minutes fucking talking into his laptop camera, microphone. And Ian Hawk's like, yo, dude, your shit, your audio sounds like garbage. And then Gino thinks he's fucking, a hero in the situation. Like, fuck you, Ian Hawk. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm the radio guy here. Well, come to find out, Gino's audio was coming from his laptop camera. So that's always fun.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious because tonight we were switching to Skype and we did a quick 12 minutes beforehand and worked it all out. your audio's coming in good to me, my audio's coming in good to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seemed really basic, and he hasn't figured that out.
A lot of people are saying Happy Easter. Hi, y'all. Ian Hawk. Yep. Yeah, Happy Easter to everyone, man. Again, my apologies. Just crazy fucking. I don't even know. I guess it was a power surge, but it was only, like I said, for people who are just tuning back in, it was only my TV. It was my TV, my headphone monitors here, my interfaces, and my computer. And I do have power surge equipment, so it's I don't know what the fuck, man. It's the ghost of fucking Brody Stevens, I guess. Fucking unplugged. I don't know what the fuck happened. I really honestly don't. But happy Easter, everybody. Hopefully everyone's having a good Easter, great weekend, getting ready for the work week coming up. So we'll just dive right into it, Soft. I have a couple things I wanted to get to. Like I said before, I wanted to, jump into the Ray stuff. So like I said, it does work out, better, I guess, that, this happened this way. But I just hate when you start to get into a show and then it's like a hard fucking reset like this, man. It's like, what the fuck? Just takes the fucking energy right out of the fucking room.
Yeah, we had something good going on, and the chat was live, and then bam, the floor dropped out from underneath us. But what can you do?
Well, the only thing we can do is continue to go live. So let's get into some clips. We have some clips, of course. Clip. From really, we have some Corey Adam clips, some April, because it is Mega Month, guys. You guys got to remember, we are in the month of April. This is a month dedicated to Miss April M. Holt, of course. A whole month dedicated to April, giving thanks and praise to the one they call April I'm Holt. So let's jump into this, man. I figured this would be a good way to start here. So I got this sent to me anonymously, and they said you might want to look into this. Let me just make sure I'm sharing my screen so you could see what I got going on here. We're going to confirm stop sharing. We're just going to reshare it here.
Yep, I got you.
Now you should be able to see everything that's about to come in. So I got this sent to me anonymously. They're like, yeah, you might want to look into this. This is April. She, is on her way to starting at her, I guess, own OnlyFans. We've noticed it now for all last week. She's wearing very low-cut shirts. We all know the super chats are drying up. They're not hitting their goal every day. They've missed it 3 times last week, 3 times the week before. So it's just a matter of time before April, I think really, gets the wherewithal, within her and just realizes, hey, OnlyFans is really the only way to go for me here. Like, I'm not going to sit here and play radio for the rest of my life. It's just it's not going to work. It's unattainable. So I think this is the start here. Now, I don't really know how this website works, but we have...
Yeah, but there's some people who we've developed such a big following now that we've also attracted a following of miserable people who watch this show to actively try...
Right, sorry about that. That was an egg picker clip. I got to go through all my clips now and fucking resize them and shit. But here, let's go back here, man. All right, here we go. So this was April. This was sent to me. Have you seen this, Soft? Are you familiar with the website WikiFeet?
I do not know this. I feel like you hit me with something out of the blue here.
So this is something I haven't seen shared around yet. Like I said, this was shared to me. Now, WikiFeet is a website, from my understanding, where I don't know who creates WikiFeet. I don't know who the the owner of WikiFeed is. I'd imagine it's more like Wikipedia, where there's anyone has access to kind of create what they want to put on there.
Sure. Yep.
And then what it does is, I guess random people just have the option to vote on people's feet. I mean, it's really, as modern gets. I mean, this is the best shit that we have in the year 2023. People ranking other people's feet. So we stumbled across April Imholt from Steel Toe, as it points out here, and she is actually on WikiFeet, which is pretty unreal. So WikiFeet is trying to send me ads here, which I don't want to get. I got to get ad blocker probably. But so let's just go over it. Let's see. We got WikiFeet, the collaborative so it's a celebrity feet website. It's not just for any old broad. So
yeah, it's like a Cameo, that website where they'll send you voice messages or videos or something.
Right.
But you gotta be a certain amount of star to be on Cameo. It must be the same with Wiki Feet. Like, not anyone's feet can be on there.
Right, like my feet, your feet, like we wouldn't be on this website, right? But
Right.
April now, I mean, on the Steel Toe Morning Show is kind of breaking into that celebrity status almost, right? I mean, she's made it big time now. She's on fucking WikiFeet, and to that, hey, April, congratulations to that. I say
those are famous feet. We have to recognize that.
So let's see what some of the ratings are saying here about Mrs. Imholt. So the ratings are 4 out of 5 stars she's going to get, and it simply says nice feet next to it. So she's got a nice feet rating.
Oh,
That's
pretty good.
I mean, that's solid. 4 out of 5. I mean, that's 80%. So that's pretty
My feet would probably be rated jacked up. So nice feet is
jacked up.
good.
Yeah, well, dude, you find a lot of these guys, and I'm not here to fetish shame anybody, but a lot of these guys on the web, they won't admit to you to your face, but they're in private, chats, they're in private servers, and they're going back and forth, and they're sending this kind of shit to, their friends, their companions, right? They're sending feet pics. And to me, it's like, I don't know about you, Soft. I come from, a more, I guess... Traditional is the word. Thank you.
Yes.
I come from a more traditional household, and, I'm not one to be turned on by feet. I think they're utterly disgusting. They smell. They're on the ground all day, right? They're, your socks, you're sweating. Your nails got fucking fungus in them. I mean, it's just gross.
Well, it's the most utilitarian body part you have. You know what I mean? Feet are there for walking, for nothing else. So you can stand up. It's not sexy. It's like the one body part you need to be a biped.
Yeah, a lot of these people, I mean, it's really, it's insane what they're doing. I mean, like, they're feet fucking people. I mean, it's just, wow. So when you really break it down, I don't know if April's a winner in this situation, but I mean, it's got everything. It's got everything. Her shoe size is 7.5 U.S., birthplace, United States, birth date, 12/20/94. And then it's got a feet rating, stats. 18 total votes are in on the WikiFeet. And so we got 2 uglies, 0 bad, 4 okay, 7 nice, and 5 beautiful. So most people like, the set of feet that she's got on here.
Let's try and be objective now. Right. I don't know how to rate feet, but we'll see it. Are these? So I guess you have to start at the grossest feet you ever saw, and then see how these compare. Because I can't start with the best feet I ever saw because I don't know what that is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, where do you really, draw that line to start the judge at?
Let's see him.
So let's look at some of these feet pics here. So again, a lot of. So these are, what looks to be like her Instagram photos, just ripped from Instagram. And now it's going to get kind of blurry here. Here, maybe I could click on one of them and they blow up. Yep, look at that. So let's exit out of this ad. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's very grainy. But, I mean, you could clearly see the nail polish. In the open toe flip flops she's got rocking here. So she's not a stranger to showing her feet. She obviously likes doing that. The cool breeze under the toes, I guess.
That looks like, but when you blow it up like that, that looks like the grass is growing over her feet.
Yeah, she's got grassy feet.
Right, like she's being taken over by the land. Now, maybe foot fetish people can discern from the stuff you said. Like, we can tell she has nail polish on, so she takes care of her feet that are getting taken over by the earth. But
so, Rain EG06 says, where can I rate her forehead? Well, you could go on wikihead.com and rate today. And imagine that. Imagine if all of us here tonight, the power of all of us here tonight could start that, wikihead.com. That would be amazing shit. So let's keep it going here. This one looks like more of like a cleaner picture.
Oh yeah, we can see them there. And they're painted once again. But notice that, wait, on her left foot, why is the paint on her big toe see it? It's just like a dot compared to all the other toes.
Yeah,
what's the matter with that toe?
This guy right here, right? The one that yeah. Look at that. It's like a little what the fuck?
That's her big toe, and it's just like a little dot.
No, I don't even think, because she almost has 2 separate big toes. Look at that. One looks like a little fucking, hash brown, and the other one looks like a regular big toe. Wow, that is, really insane.
Yeah, that's gross, dude. That's gross right there. What's going on?
I mean, seriously, like, she doesn't even have a nail on this toe. So I guess that's where all the bad scores are going from, or that's why she's getting all the bad scores. So let's keep it going. I think there's only like 1 or 2 more pictures. So this is a complete open, no flip-flop necessary here. And complete open foot.
These will be the ones if they're sexy toes.
Oh, shit. Hold on. There we go. So I don't know, man. It looks like standard feet.
Right.
Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing. But again, I'm not the one, like, I don't know what the basis of a good toe, a good foot, a good arch. Like, a lot of people like judge the arches. I'm like, yo, you guys need to fucking really get outside more. But
I'm sure there's going to be a toe fetish podcast tonight that does a emergency live show about how dumb we are that we can't recognize.
All these fucking guys, they don't know toes, they don't know feet. What a bunch of fucking simps. But yeah, so again, I came across. So this is the last picture here. Again, closed in flip flops. Now this picture, her toe does look normal.
Yeah, it looks normal there.
But again, I'm just not one for feet. They're disgusting. They really are truly disgusting.
Yeah, they're all gross.
So I better not be catching any of you guys here tonight over on WikiFeet. I mean, we might have to cut ties from you guys if you are. But yeah, so check it out, guys. Wikifeet.com, and you could rate April Emholt's feet. Let me just see if there's anything else. Email, pictures. Okay, so you can actually post pictures of Miss April. I thought that was very fascinating. I mean, she's really made it big time now, celebrity status, of course. I mean, WikiFeet, the home of the celebrity feet, of course. So.
Right. And if people think she is not famous, we have just proved that she is, in fact, famous because she is on WikiFeet.
Yeah, I don't. Again, I better not be seeing anybody on WikiFeet anymore. But a lot of these guys, man, they have the weirdest. Again, I'm not one to fetish judge, but it's like you're really into like feet fucking. I mean, you really should be checked out.
There's and I've seen them, so every dude watches porn, so I don't even care. But like, I watch porn, like there's this whole thing of like chicks jacking off dudes with their feet.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
It's insane. That is the definition of insanity. So April Emholt, everyone, guys, Miss Megamind.
You dare challenge Megamind
on WikiFeet. So you go and vote today. Make your voices heard. Stop the steal. All right, so let's keep it moving here. We're going to check in with our good friend Corey Adam. Corey Adam, a friend of the show here, was on the show. Now it feels like a lifetime ago, but I think it was only maybe 3 weeks ago. And, again, I'm not here to, pat myself on the back or gloat or say the reason why Corey's in the position that he's in now is because of us. But I do feel like, I guess some of the reason why he's in the position that he is now is because of us. I feel like we were really the ones to plant the seed, although Melton, really kind of took it to the next level. I mean, that podcast was, insane and amazing.
It was epic, dude. That was one of the best things I've ever saw on the internet.
Yeah, save, dude. I mean, for him, and then the Corey to lean into that, and then still, it was great. And really, Corey had won the internet over, and then just in a week, really pissed it all away. Now, to his credit, he is over 1,000 subs, which
which is more than my channel. So good for him.
Good for Corey.
That's the truth.
I think Corey, with a little bit of I guess, how do I want to say it? A little bit of structure when it comes to podcasting. I don't really know too much about his comedy, but when it comes to podcasting, with a little bit of structure, I really think he has potential to have a good show. He just needs to get a couple things dialed in, and I think he actually could have a good show, but he has to be open to criticism. I think he thinks that we're all just kind of fucking with him and we're just all talking shit, but some of it's like constructive criticism where, it's like, dude, you got to wake up and snap out of it because we're just trying to fucking look out for you.
Yeah, that's like I'm a big WATP fan. And that's really what Carl does. He shits on shows, but he says, this is the stuff that will make your show better. You know what I mean? He gives honest criticisms from a guy that runs a really good show. And I'm not saying that we're a really good show. I think our quality's all right or whatever, but Corey doesn't get it. He thinks we're all just necessarily haters. I find Corey to be very likable.
Yeah.
I think he could do a show if he listened to some people's criticisms, maybe not even mine. But if he listened, he could do a good show. He's funny. He's likable.
Well, if enough people are saying the same thing, like, one of the big critiques are with Corey specifically is, he talks on the, like, he doesn't even face his mic when he talks. Like, his head's the other direction. And it's like, bro, you have you have the same microphone. You have a $350, $400 microphone and you're not even using it properly. It's like talking to the mic. One of my biggest critiques with Corey is, when he comes onto his show, he's got this like 3D virtual background going and he's not even on screen. It's like, well, what the fuck am I even watching? Like, if I wanted to go watch a 3D YouTube background, I would go watch a 3D YouTube background. Like, this is supposed to be a podcast. You know what I mean? So, just a couple things off, jump. And, you put yourself out there online, man. And we've talked about this. I've talked about it numerous times. People are going to find ways to critique you. They're going to find ways to shit on you, this, that, and the third. He tries to play it like he doesn't care and, shit on him all he wants. But there's a part of him I could tell that actually deep down inside, cares. And he'd be lying if he said he doesn't. Like, people lie, to people when they say, oh, I don't give a shit about any of this. It's just the internet. But it's like, you wouldn't be doing it if you didn't give a shit about it. You know what I mean?
Right. I think we all care, but it's whether you can just push through it and go, well, fuck it. I know it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
We all care.
Yeah, go ahead.
To some extent. I mean, if people are telling me I suck, then I see it and I got to at least examine why they think I suck. We all care. But to not examine it and do something about it, it's the same way with it. It goes back to like the Zumac, new equipment thing. He would never do it if people weren't pushing him, because he doesn't care like any real person would.
Well, now I'm actually glad though that people are starting to actually ask him in his chat, like, yo, what is going on? Why do you still have the same mic? You claim to be making all of this money off Patreon and YouTube and MLC and Sit Down Zumock. You're the hottest show on the internet. But why can't you muster up? I mean, it's not much money. We're not asking you to go out and buy a fucking, $790 fucking Neiman microphone or like professional mixers or anything like that. Dude, a Blue Yeti microphone on Amazon would be in next day delivery for $65. I mean, it's not much.
That's nothing.
I really don't get it. And it's just like, are you doing it because like you're strapped for cash or are you just simply saying you don't give a fuck? It's one of the two. And both options are shitty.
Yeah, I just, and we talked about this last show, but I just simply wouldn't do it if I didn't think we could do it right.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's like, if you're just starting, you kind of have to just go through the motions at first, but none of us are just starting. You know what I mean? Chad, even though he wants to say he's just starting at YouTube, he's not starting in the, broadcasting space, right? He's done it before in the past. He's done it on a high level before in the past. So this shouldn't be anything new to him. It shouldn't be like, coming at him as a surprise, like we're, asking him where his fucking new equipment is. It's just like, all right, just own it. I have a shitty mic. By this date, I will have a new mic. Simple. And get it out of the way.
Right. Anyone that's ever worked in radio knows if you have a shitty mic, you'll sound like shit. That's basic radio 101. And he was on radio for 2 years, so he knows that.
So let's get into let's get back into Corey. I don't want to, because we do have Chad coming up, in this show. So I don't want to get off too far on a Chad tirade, but let's get into Corey. I just have a couple.
Corey's got some of the same issues, though, right? That's why we brought him up.
Right. Well, it does tie hand in hand, right? Yeah. But so this Corey thing, though, we're gonna find it interesting. He goes off on a couple rants, but at the beginning of this rant, he's going to be bringing up. Now we all speculate Steel Toe, and I'm just checking in real quick with you, Soft. You could see this still, right?
Yep.
Perfect. So one of our biggest things when it comes to Steel Toe is obviously the racism that is involved with Steel Toe. It did not admit it racism. He doesn't want to admit it that he's, deep down inside carries this this hate for the blacks, right? He's got this, you guys could probably see on the screen now, he's got the Shaka dog going, talks in the black voice, drops the M-bomb, right? Any which way he can.
He's a pussy racist. He won't even come out and, just say, yeah, this is what I believe. He's a subterfuge, below level, racist, but it's obvious to me.
Right. It's like, if you're going to be a racist, I mean, that's the worst racist you could be, is a pussy racist, right? Just,
yeah.
Like, at least we talk all the shit on Anthony Cumia in the world, but it's like, at least he fucking, he owns it, in a way. He just, like, that's who he is. Like, that, you're not going to change him. He's a 60-year-old man who hates blacks. I mean, that's just what it is.
Yeah. And I think those videos we played on the Thursday show confirmed that.
Yeah, it'll be, dude, that whole Cumia saga, man, I have my eye on that, dude, because that's, I mean, really.
So do I. And I sent you some of the aftermath, like the bouncer, Bill Burr's bouncer, Soda throwing Anthony out of Bill Burr's show.
Yeah.
Because of that shit. Cumia couldn't believe it. It was like, dude, Bill Burr is way bigger than you. You called his wife ugly. You don't get to stay there, you dumb fuck.
I forget it. I think it was Kevin Brennan who actually said it. It's like, back in the day, people would put up and tolerate Cumia and, Opie, for that matter, for having the reach they did. They were able to help a lot of these guys in the comedy space sell tickets, push events, promote any radio station they were on, podcasting they were doing, anything. Like, they were helping, other people, get a bigger reach, a bigger following. Now, at the end of the day, I mean, Compound Media, who are they talking to, right? I mean, if they're talking to 150 people, that would be a lot. So, they don't have the same respect as they once did. And they can't, Cumia specifically can't get away with the shit that he once, used to get away with. So, it's a very, I love to watch car crashes, car wrecks, in live time, right? And
I do too. It's my favorite thing.
It's the best. So, now we have the Steel Toe car wreck going on simultaneously with the Cumia car wreck going on. So, we're definitely here for it. We're going to be just kicking back and, seeing. Now, I think I posed this question it was a couple of shows ago, but I was like, I don't see Compound Media surviving another 6 to 8 months. Like, it's almost that time where they pack up shop and get the fuck out of there. And by Compound Media, I mean Compound how we know it today. Like, they might still have a version of Compound Media, but it's not going to be what the fuck it is today. Like, I can almost bet my bottom dollar on that.
I think Cumia will run his show and it'll do fine, but he's not going to worry about supporting all these other shows. No, it'll be just his.
He doesn't need to.
Right.
So let's get into this Corey thing. Corey's going to confirm a couple things here. He's going to confirm that Aaron is a racist, and which is, good for Corey, man. This is what we want from Corey. This is what, we expect from Corey, or at least expected at one point from Corey when he went on Nobody Likes Onions and was doing 2 shows at once and was really leaning into this bit. And we thought, fuck yeah, dude, Corey, man. Like, that's, for me, man, I'm a punk rock guy. I like to see when people fucking go against the grain. And that was some punk rock shit right there. I mean, you're on Steel Toe, which is your employer at the time, while also on Pat's stream, and you're cucking Steel Toe in live time. I mean, it was phenomenal.
It was incredible. And I am also an old school punk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that shit. That was like pirate radio type stuff. You know what I mean? That was fucking really cool. And that it blew it up. I'll give Patrick all the credit for that. That was brilliant.
Yeah, it was some. That was good shit, man.
Yeah, and Corey had a huge launching pad from there. And we see what he did with it.
Yeah, it's almost Corey's trajectory has been very odd, to say the least. Like, he started, like I said, he was on this show, and, I was kind of in Corey's corner to start with everything. Then he goes on Patrick's show and then really won me over from there. Like, any doubt I had about Corey kind of went out the window. Then he goes on MLC, has a subpar, above average performance, okay. But then again, just like 3 days later, he's back on Steel Toe, giving Aaron verbal blowjobs. And it's like, bro, this isn't the Corey we just seen last week. And this isn't going to sustain itself. Like, they're hungry for that drama. They want that inside scoop of what's going on between you and Steel Toe. And at the very least, they just want to see you fucking badmouth Steel Toe a few times. So I think in this clip, he kind of does, like, he teeters back and forth with wanting to shit on Steel Toe, but at the same time, like, still, like, holding out hope that, one day I might be back on that show. So let's just see how this plays out in live time. This was from Corey's stream, I believe, yesterday. Melton was live Saturday night, and I guess Corey was in the chat, and Patrick was like, Corey, go live. So Corey boots up all his shit at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, goes live for almost 6 hours. Holy shit. Who's watching a Corey Adams stream for 6 hours? That's insane. But let's see what Corey had to say, though, about his old boss, Aaron Emholt.
Hate you either, Colt. Is Steel Toe racist? Yeah, he kind of seems racist, right?
Okay, so right there, off the bat here,
Yep.
I'm going to have to rewind it, play it back. Let's set this up a little better.
His dad from the Juno movie? Yeah, right? Do it. Do that all the time. I don't hate Corey at all. I don't hate you either, Colt. Is Steel Toe racist? Yeah, he kind of seems racist, right?
So he gets a chat in from his live chat. Is Steel Toe racist? Without hesitation, yes, seems racist to me, right? That's what Corey's saying. So, I mean, I guess we already kind of knew this, but to hear it from Corey, I guess it hits a little bit different.
Yeah. Someone that is inside that will come right out and say it. You know what I mean? Because we can all infer from the things he said, but this is a guy that knows him, like they said, 6-year friendship.
Right.
Right. So it means more coming from Corey. And I want to preface all this. I've told you, I've talked to Corey a bunch of times in DMs and on Discords, and he seems like a good guy. So I don't have him figured out. I don't understand why he flip-flops. I don't know what he stands for, but he seems like a decent guy.
Well, you know what they say, dude. If you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for... Or no, if you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And it's like...
Right.
That I can't put my finger on Corey either, really. And that's a lot of people's issue. Is like, they don't know... At the end of the day, I don't even think Corey knows who the fuck Corey is. You know what I mean? I think he's just trying a lot of shit, throwing a lot of shit at the wall, seeing what sticks. And, he's trying to just catch fire in a bottle. But again, he pissed that all away when he went back on Aaron's stream. And then Aaron goes on to say how Corey paid him half the money, Patrick paid Corey. And it's like, bro, I mean, that's a direct slap in not only Patrick's face, okay, whether you like Patrick or not, but that's to, the fans and the audience and the people that were giving you money on that stream. And then you're just going to turn around and give it right back to Aaron. Now, Corey has since said that is a lie. Aaron was just making that up. But it just leads me back to my question. It's like, okay, then why didn't you say anything while you guys were on? Like, you just let Aaron cuck you in live time. And that, you can't have it both ways, Corey. You can't be this fucking macho man, Randy Savage, talk shit, fuck with me, I'll knock your fucking wig out or wig off. And, then when somebody, confronts you, you're like this, timid little mouse. Like, you can't have it both ways. It's got to be one or the other.
And can I address the arrogance of just like he goes on for 6 hours. You know what I mean? He's new to it, and that just seems like he's super chat fishing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he doesn't even get super chat. So it's like, well, then what are you doing for 6 hours?
Right. That's what he's trying to do. I mean, 6 hours is incredible to put together. And this show is disjointed. It's just rambling. It's like talking with all the chatters for 6 fucking hours. Why would he think he could do that?
6 hours is insane. So I guess what you're kind of saying is like he's kind of priming, his audience already before his super chats kick in. He's kind of priming his audience for when he does get the super chats that he's just going to fucking go for 6 hours and just going to be, milking those super chats.
Right, reading the super chats. All he was doing on this shit is reading the comments and, trying to make friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like stupid. You and I talk about it. This is my second show with you, but we know we got a ton of stuff and we got to push it to the next show because there's not enough time to talk about it all.
No, it's insane, dude. It's insane, really. To think that you can go for 6 hours, and I would venture to guess like probably 2 hours of that is dead air. A lot of, figuring things out. It's just like, so what's the point of doing 6 hours again? But let's jump back into the clip. So I'm going to rewind it back. Again, Corey confirming Aaron being racist. And let's just play a little bit more of this because he says a couple more things here that are pretty interesting. We're going to watch and listen and break down. So here, let's do this. Let's go back. And you can hear this, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Juno's dad from the Juno movie. Yeah, right? Do it. Do that all the time. I don't hate Corey at all. I don't hate you either, Colt. Is Steel Toe racist? Yeah, he kind of seems racist, right? Seems like he's racist. It's fine.
Seems racist.
I mean, let's be honest. Aren't most white people from nowhere, rural America racist? Kind of. Corey walks his own path. That's right. And that's the thing, is that my path, this is how I view the internet. I'm going to keep doing what I do. So far, it's worked out for me. I know a lot of you guys can say this or that, but I make my money as a stand-up comedian, and I get to do this. It's great. I love it.
So he's saying, his time on the internet has worked out for him, and he makes his money from a stand-up comic. Everything is going well for Corey. It is good to be Corey Adam these days, and it's just like, I don't know if this guy's living under like a delusion or if he's like, smoking a lot of fucking weed and he's just talking out of his ass, but it's like, things aren't going well for Corey Adam. You just barely broke 1,000 subs, and that's thanks to MLC. If it wasn't for MLC, there would be no 1,000 subs. Like, people are very, they're on the fence with you. There's a lot of Bob Levy's, in your audience right now. They don't know what to think. Let's just keep playing this.
But I'm going to keep walking the path and focusing on funny. To me, I can just go for what I think's funny. The rest will work itself out. And if you watch me a bunch and you don't think I'm funny, then I'm not for you. And that's okay, too. We don't have to hate each other because you don't think I'm funny. It's fine.
No, we have to hate each other.
Discord link. Shit, let me grab
There's no in between. It's either hate or not hate. But he says some things here. I just want to play a couple minutes of this, and then we'll move on. Again, though, just, like, what is the show? Background is very simple. 365.7 K-Cuck on air. A Luigi emblem here on the side, which I get that. Okay, that's pretty funny. A call-in number, but pretty basic. Like, what are people going to, like, that's a lot of people. They think they hit 1,000 subs, 4,000 watch hours, and automatically the money is just going to start rolling in. It's like, that's not the case, dude. If you do work like this, and this is a constructive criticism, it's like, if you do work like this, there's going to be no super chats. I hate to break it to you. There's going to be 0 super chats.
No, not at all.
I mean, look at this. I mean, what the fuck is this? This is like something you would put on before bed and just like zonk out to, just because there's nothing else on. Like, But let's keep watching.
There you go. Boom. There's the Discord link for anybody that wants it. You heard it here first. Corey calls Aaron racist. You don't hear it here first. I called Aaron racist my second or third day on the radio. These aren't news breaks, RP.
RP.
Oh, yeah.
Also in this chat. So just lots of dead air.
I was expecting something because you said ask me in 2 weeks on MLC, but I get not burning bridges. Well, to be honest, I said ask me in 2 weeks, and then they didn't have me on for 3 weeks, right? Or 2 weeks. Like, when they had me on, I mean, I talk openly about it. The problem is that when you're still when you're still employed, you have to go by what the employer's rules are. I don't know, man. I know, like, people are like, oh, Aaron doesn't deserve that, but it's just, look, I've been a part of a show for fucking, 6-7 years? And when we were on the radio was some of the most fun I've ever had in my life. When we got to the fucking internet, some of the fun for me went sideways a little bit. And it's fine. It's okay.
So why, let's ask the question, why did the fun go sideways? Was it because Aaron, I mean, my only, I guess where I land on is, Aaron took the fun out of it. It stopped becoming fun. And which is odd too, because you would think the transition from the radio to the internet where you have more freedom, there would be more fun. But, to hear Corey say that, he stopped having fun a long time ago when they converted to the internet, I mean, that's pretty, insightful, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty telling. And as you know, I've talked to some old fans of the show. They wish to remain nameless, but they all said the same things. They enjoyed the radio show, but the internet show was not good.
And that's amazing to me. Like I said, dude, it's like and we heard Aaron too, like, having this whole radio comeback, apparently. And he thinks that, he's going to take over this fucking, radio and there's no room for growth on the internet. It's like, bro, what world do you live in? I don't understand it sometimes, bro. And that's part of the reason why, we are in the position that we are in. Let's keep watching this Corey thing, though. Just watch a couple.
Wait, before we go far from that, Aaron was talking about going on radio, which tells everybody on the internet world that he is not going to compound.
Okay.
That's a solid admission. If he's talking about trying to get a radio gig, he is not on compound.
Yeah, but I even think with his radio quote unquote gig that he's getting, I think, there was like a help wanted sign essentially, on Facebook.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I think he just kind of saw that and ran with it, and now is kind of hyping it up to be this thing where it's like, I'm going to be back on the radio. I don't think Aaron knows what the fuck he's doing either. You know what I mean? I think he just wakes up every day and just thanks God that he's fucking getting the money that he's making. But he doesn't know if he's going to be on the radio or not. He would just be the biggest idiot ever if he went back on a radio station. I mean, really.
Yeah, and I researched his radio market, and we have all those numbers. So it'll be funner or more fun to cover after, he says he has these lunches coming up to talk about it. So he'll have to explain to his audience. And then it'll be fun because we know the numbers and the stations in that market.
Quote unquote lunches.
Right.
Okay, let's keep playing here a little bit. Then I'm going to check in with the chat, see how everyone's doing tonight. I just want to play. He was talking about Melton, and he says something here which was pretty fucking insane. I want to get to it, but let's see.
I was very transparent about that too. I don't care about the internet drama. It's not my thing. I don't care. I will say this though, being involved in it has made me way more involved in it. It's now something that I care a lot more about than I did before because I'm fucking being drugged through it, right? So it's not just drama, it's life.
So he's trying to say it both ways. He doesn't care about it while simultaneously caring about it, right? And again, it's like, at the end of the day, you're not doing 6-hour streams because you just don't care about the internet shit, right? It's like there's a part of you that cares. It's okay to admit it. Like, we're not going to think any less of you if you care about what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, how fucking insane is that?
Yeah, well, it's kind of a cop-out, too, because let's say this is my second show with you, but I couldn't imagine a world where I would do that to your show. And he did it to his buddy of at least, 6 years?
At least 6 or 7, yeah.
Right. So he's trying to downplay it like it wasn't as big a deal as what it was. And then he's trying to repaint it. And we all know, look, you fucked Aaron over and now you're kissing Aaron's ass, or I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yes.
We all saw what happened. That's a dick move, what he did. It was a total dick move.
Yeah, and honestly, you would gain more respect from people. And that's just kind of where everyone's at, really. Is like you would have the respect of way more people if you just kept leaning into that, sort of thing. But again, it's just like, this is just somebody who doesn't really know what they want to do. They're just kind of just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. One week they'll be the hottest thing. Everyone's talking about them. And then the next week they don't care if they're not. Like, and it's just that to me, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know what you're doing on 6-hour streams then. It's like, do a 25-minute stream, a recap of whatever, and then move on with your fucking life. But, for you to be doing these 6-hour excursions, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I don't know.
He's setting it up because you got to have so many hours watched and so many followers.
That's a good point.
You know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So that's what he's laying out now. 6-hour streams. Who wants to watch 6 hours of this shit? No one does.
Yeah, I could barely get through 2 minutes of this without falling asleep. But let's keep.
Yeah, I was trying to look for 4 times speed on YouTube. You know, so I can do this fucking shit.
All right, let's keep watching. I just want to hear what he has to say about this Patrick thing here.
Experience at this point. You considered that actual employment? Yeah, it's a job. I was getting paid to do a job, right? You don't consider getting paid to do a job employment? When you were a kid and you were pulling weeds for, let's say, $5 from somebody on a Sunday, did you consider that employment? Did you consider that a job? You do.
You're not a kid, you fucking idiot.
Right, and you're not pulling weeds. You know what I mean? Actually, if you were pulling weeds, you'd probably get paid more money than $50. You know what I mean? I get paid when I used to fucking do like lawn work and shit like that, when I was fucking, my teen years trying to make a quick buck or whatever, I charge like 60, 70, $80 to fucking pull weeds or rake leaves or whatever the case was.
Well, my buddy used to own a pretty big cell phone store. He still owns it, but it's in a bad area of Detroit. And he paid these crackheads. They come in and clean his lawn. He paid them every day. They came in and do it. I don't know exactly. I think it was like $10 or something. It took them, half hour. And then they'd go get a rock. Now, are those motherfuckers employed?
No.
Right. But that's what Corey's trying to say. Like, oh yeah, I'm employed 1 day a week or 2 days a week. I make $50, so I'm employed.
1 day a week, $50. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for him to act like it's a real thing is fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's insane. Let's keep watching this.
Only thing Chad was ever good for was making me aware of Corey. Yeah, I like Chad too, though. I mean, again, Chad's another one. I've hung out with Chad. He was awesome when I hung out with him. And then he was one of the guys that reached out. He's why I'm on MLC. Chad's done good by me. I have nothing wrong with Chad. Like that's
for now.
I think the problem and the reason why people hate me is because I'm not really against anybody involved in any of this. I'm trying to think if there's anybody I hate in any of this, and I don't think there is. I don't hate Aaron. I don't hate Pat. I don't hate Chad. I obviously don't hate Kevin or Bob. I need somebody to hate. Find me somebody to hate.
He's going the route of Bob Levy, Ray DeVito, where these guys just can't find it in them to, pick somebody and hate. It's like we have to love everybody. It's like, no, we don't have to love everybody. In fact, I hate everyone. You know what I mean? But he's like, oh man, I love my old boss. I love my new boss. I love my future boss. My ex-wife who cheated on me. I love her too. It's like, bro, fucking A, man.
Here, I said it a million times when we were on Thursday. He's like Ray Romano,
Yeah.
The way he was like, no, everybody's numbers are fine. Don't worry about that. Everyone's got good numbers. He was just like, I don't want anyone to fight ever. And everyone around me fights all the time. That's what he reminds me of. Is he's in this world where everyone talks shit and he don't want to talk shit at all.
Sandy Special says, hashtag Corey Adam with a heart. LL Cooley says, wrong. Corey, I don't have a show, so that makes it better than yours. Yeah, that's, you don't even have to have a show. And that show is better than anything Corey would do.
And to Shirley Squatch, I said earlier that I've talked to Corey several times, and I find him to be engaging when we talk one-on-one. I like him.
Yeah, again, it's just like, I don't really have necessarily a problem with Corey as much as it's just, constructive criticism. And, it's just like, pick a side, man. Nobody wants this guy who can't make up his mind. They can't pick a side. Because, again, if you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for... Wait, if you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. There it is. I always get that saying mixed up. But, I mean, it's the truth, man. So I want to find this where he says something about Melton. I know it's coming up, so I just want to play this and we'll move on, I promise. Because it's like, I can't take any much more of this, man. It's like I'm fucking doing my best. I'm like pinching myself under the desk here, trying to stay awake. But let's keep going.
Let's see here. That's some of the best live TV I've ever seen. We need more of that. I couldn't
this
put
is
my
it.
phone down watching that.
So he's talking about the Melton thing.
Stream Plus, it was.
Listen to
so
how he
good
refers
'cause
to it.
he made money. Yeah, no, it was fun, and I'm proud to be a part of that. I mean, that's one of those things where, and I know Melton doesn't like. I know Melton has no ill will towards me. I have no ill will towards him, but in my opinion, no matter what anybody thinks of anybody, Aaron, me, and Milton will be forever locked in something that I feel is one of the best moments of live television. I really do. And maybe I'm
one of the best moments in live television. Wow. I mean,
that may be true, but I don't think he gets it. You know, I don't think he gets it. That's one of the best. It's not one of the best moments ever, but that's one of the best things I saw in a while. It was pretty good, but he took his goodwill and burned it all up. You know, he doesn't get it. Yeah, that was a great moment, but not because of you, Corey.
Yeah, not because of you're doing, Corey. And again, it would have been even better if he just stuck with the fucking bit.
Right. If he would have stuck with it, it would have been legend. Now it's legend for a different reason.
Yeah, so that's the Corey Adam thing. You know, it's just like, you know, Corey, man, it's just like, again, just pick a side, just go with it. Nobody wants this. You know, people give shit, you know, to Bob Levy all the time about being a fence sitter. Now, granted, Bob has done a lot in his career where he can kind of, you know, in his older days, be a fence sitter. But, I mean, you understand people's frustration when people can't just fucking be concise and pick a damn side. It's not hard. You know, and even if you don't want to hate Aaron or hate anybody, it's like at least talk shit about him. So in the beginning of that clip, we played how he was saying how, you know, Aaron confirmed racist. Like more shit like that would go so much further than what, he thinks.
Well, he does shit and then he apologizes. Fuck that.
Yeah, right.
I'm not into that. If you do shit, you got to apologize for it.
Sorry. All my clips are kind of fucking, they had to restart. So when I click on the tab, it fucking plays it. So let's keep it moving here. We're going to go to, I just want to revisit some things. And this was to stay on the Ray DeVito train here. So we watched Ray DeVito when he was on with Aaron. And, you know, I posed a question in that super chat where I was like, you know, ask him about the illegal lottery that Aaron runs. And then Aaron responded back, oh, that Jesse PS wannabe. Now, did you see this, man? On Twitter today, somebody was posting, they were upset about me shitting on Aaron and Steel Toe and all this shit. And then Aaron comes back. I think I have the tweet here. Let me pull it up. Because I forget exactly what it says. I know he kind of references me. He's like, oh, man, that fucking... What'd he call me? He called me something. I forget exactly what it was. I have the... Oh, let me find this tweet.
Oh, is it Jesse PS?
Wasn't Jesse PS. So he's moved on from thinking I'm Jesse PS. Now he's comparing me to... My fucking Taz would load here. All right, here we go. Sorry. So here we go. It says here, I saw at Ray DeVito cover these guys, meaning us. Holy crap, could this tool try any harder to rip off Red Bar? And badly, LOL, beyond pathetic, he calls me. So there's a lot going on there. First of all, he's calling me a tool, which it's like, all right, Aaron, like, you know, you can't be a tool and then therefore call someone else a tool. Like, it just doesn't work. Then he's going to, claim I'm ripping off Red Bar hard. It's like, Aaron, you know, your whole show for the longest time was like a direct ripoff of Red Bar. In fact, you're even on stream, telling your audience how much, you know, you're going to set up your own website, like Red Bar's website, and you guys are just going to do it his way. It's like, who's ripping off who, man? And then again, he's got beyond pathetic. It's like, all right, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, so first he goes with the Jesse PS thing, then he goes with the Red Bar thing. It's like, Aaron doesn't know how to really quite put his finger on us. So he just kind of throws shit at the wall what he hears other people saying. You know what I mean? But I found it to be very rich from Aaron. Again, I say calling me a toy. It's just like, bro, you're a fucking pussy, bro, with a fucking big ass forehead and a wife who can't wait to leave you and start her own OnlyFans. And I encourage that. April, start that OF. You will make more money than with that sad fucking loser.
It's kind of projection.
It's all projection. That's all it is.
Right. Like, that's the shit he wants to be. He wants to be Red Bar.
Bro, it's insane. Every time, it really is wild. People will comment in his chat so much, man. Oh, this is just like Red Bar light. This is whatever. They'll comment, and he gets like so defensive when people make a Red Bar remark. You know what I mean? It's like, Aaron, it's clear. Like, you know, we know Red Bar is one of your idols. You know, it's fine. You can admit that. Just because you look up to somebody doesn't mean you're a fucking terrible guy. But the way you kind of deflect and, you know, you can't admit to yourself that you like Red Bar, it's like, well, then, you know, it's just weird. So you hit it right on the head, man. It's like all fucking projection. The Tool, the Pathetic, and the Red Bar all comments. It's just what he thinks about himself is what he's projecting on me.
Yeah, I wear on my sleeve the shows I like. You know, I'm a radio guy. People know what shows I like, what I'm into, whatever. I'm not trying to be anyone, but all those influences are gonna come out in what I do. You know.
Well, it's like, you know, people. It's so weird how we find ourselves these days. It's like, you know, you get laughed at and made fun of if you have, like you just said, influences. It's like, well, that's what everything is. That's why people start doing things to begin with. Like 9 times out of 10 is because they saw someone else do it. They have an influence by somebody. So they go ahead and do it themselves. And they try to, you know, add their own spin and twist on it. So, but now in today's day and age, you know, if you have the slightest thing that resembles anything that anyone else does, it's like you're just a hack fucking ripoff. It's like, all right, well, I don't know. I don't know when we lost everyone along the way, but apparently we did.
Oh, maybe so. Maybe there's a Philly Accord that was recently signed.
A Philly Accord. Imagine that. I'm gonna ask Ray.
Oh! You know what? I think it is. What time is it?
It is. Why, you got a date?
No, I told you that I thought Hipstar was going to try and start sniping us at 9 o'clock.
Sniping us?
Yeah, I heard Hipstar might snipe us, and he went live at 9. It does not appear he is on, so maybe he did not.
Well, we'll have to wait and see if he does snipe us.
I know, he's incredible.
He's incredible. Yeah, man. I don't know. I haven't really seen much of his work. I've seen like a couple of clips, and by couple of clips, I've seen maybe 3. But again, it's like, you know, when you have 14 people checking you out at a time, it's like, okay, how serious can I take it? You know.
I've been watching some of his stuff, and I actually like how he commits to the bit. You know what I mean? He's all in, but his show is not that good.
Yeah,
but I like that he commits so hard. It's I enjoy that about him.
Yeah, I don't know if it's committing, or I don't know if it's just like that's just who he thinks he is, which I guess would be a version of committing, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, dude. You know, I don't want to get off on a Hipstar tangent because I'll take this.
No, I'm going to check in on them in a second and just see if they're streaming us too.
You know,
because we might have had some hate watchers here, which is fine. Watch.
Yeah, I mean, I encourage everyone to stream snipe me.
Right.
It's an honor, honestly.
Call me old, bald, and stupid in the comments. We will not block you.
Let's keep it moving though. Let's keep it on the steel toe related because this has to relate to Ray. Then we have a Ray clip. Ray should be wrapping up his show soon. We'll get back into the Ray DeVito interview. This is all the clips I had before I wanted to bring on Ray though. So this was steel toe. Now you're familiar with the prize night, as many people are, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, I think you're actually referenced in this clip. I'm not sure if you actually seen it back, but you are referenced in this clip. I just want to remind everyone what Steel Toe was doing. And one of the big things Ray DeVito didn't, you know, press on that interview was the prize night. In fact, he was even offering Steel Toe up ideas of how he could run the prize night even better. And
yeah, that was the most cuck shit ever.
I mean, it was unbelievable, man. It's just like, you know, dude, okay, I understand you might not understand what's going on with the whole prize night thing, but then okay, just don't say anything at all, you know. But then the fact that you're gonna be like, oh well, maybe if you tried this and did that, and then
right,
like,
it was terrible.
So I have a couple clips from this. I just want to play your reference here. I just want to remind everybody, because now all of their prize nights are taken down and they're on Rumble. He's moved them over to Rumble, as if Rumble doesn't have a lottery, you know, terms of service where you can't run lotteries. And if they don't, you better believe that Rumble is coming with a or with a lottery terms of service. Like it's a matter of time. So he's not safe moving all his shit to Rumble. So let's go to it. Let's just watch the intro at 2:10 in, and what do I have here on my notes? So it says Aaron says there's no price to get into the drawing besides throwing in super chats or donations. So it's immediate contradiction from Aaron. Let's watch it. We have to remind everyone, because some people might think like, oh man, you're just fucking out to get this guy. You just don't like him. Move on with your shit. It's like, no, this guy at the end of the day is a bad guy. You know what I mean? He needs to be stopped, or at the very least, these prize nights need to be stopped. Because it's just, the only reason why he does the prize night is just, I mean, you know how much money he earns by doing these things? It's insane. So let's check it out. Oh, that's loud. Let's cut that volume a little bit. All right, so we're going to go to 2:10, or just go to 2 minutes, actually. All right.
You guys are trying to give me a goddamn heart attack right out of the chute. Welcome. Good evening. Hi,
puppy.
it's the prize show.
Wait, what's that?
Look at the puppies on display.
I know, man. You know, this was like a once in a blue moon sort of event here where she would wear these low cut shirts. But again, it goes back to the thing where it's like, this is a prize night where this is their biggest night of the month. So, you know, I think she's, you know, doing this when they are in need of money.
Oh yeah, because she picks the winners.
Exactly.
You know?
She's the one picking the winners. You know, she's checking in with Aaron on who's getting, you know, these entries in. And their big money nights, she needs to put on a performance. Maybe not with her, you know, thoughts and her, you know, speech, but with her looks. And we've seen it now over the last week. They're not hitting their goal. She's wearing these low-cut shirts. They're getting lower and lower. And I you know, I think it's a subtle way to, you know, get people to donate. All these simps out there that will just throw money at this poor little blonde girl, try to save fucking April from this nightmare disaster situation she's found herself in. They're throwing money at her. They see a little bit of cleavage and they go fucking nuts.
It was funny because we talked about it on Thursday, and then on Friday she wore a low-cut shirt, but she wore that Cleveland Indians button up over it. You know what I mean?
The twins.
Right.
Yeah.
The twin Minnesota. But yeah, and she left it open so you didn't get as much view, but
now am I sexualizing her if I zoom in on, I mean, she decided to wear this shirt, so who's sexualizing who in this situation?
right.
And
she's deciding to be sexual, and if we notice it, we're bad.
we're the fucking, yeah, we're the scumbags, degens, sickos, you know,
Right.
twisted individuals. But again, so biggest night of the month here. And so Aaron, at the same time, he's going to, you know, explain to everybody, there's no entry needed. You don't need to, you know, do anything involving an entry here. You just have to simply kick back, relax, and we'll pick some winners. But at the same time, he's going to explain the only way to win is by this. So let's check it out.
Oh boy, here we go. Get ready. If you've never been with us for a prize show, we still talk about stuff. We still get into news and entertainment and stuff like that. But it's also the night we give away hundreds of dollars in prizes to our audience. Give away a bunch of stickers. You know, the nice thing about the $250 slash VIP drawing, we always let people know that. You can take the cash, or you can decide you want to become a VIP, which you probably get $150 in merch and whatnot.
I mean, now she's fully bent over the desk here.
Yeah.
And they're just all out. They're right in my face. Like, you know, This is wow.
Yeah.
Who's sexualizing who, April? What the fuck?
She's writing down your name, super chat. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she's writing down my name.
Yeah, right. Oh, here's more money. Take my money. I'm a fucking lonely simp. Take my money. Take my money. It's like, guys, again, go to a strip club. You know what I mean? Like, do something. Find women. Yeah, like this isn't the way. I promise. Like, you're not going to save this girl, nor do you want to save this girl. She has enough issues. And like, imagine, what's that say about her dating a guy like him and doing the things like playing radio for the better part of 3 years? It's like, I promise you, if you did save her, she would cause you so many fucking headaches. So you have to awaken from the spell that you're under, and snap the fuck out of it, and find somebody in the real world, not this.
Hey, can we just go off on a side for a second? I think it was Friday morning show. They were talking about taking the kids fishing, and April was going to take the boy fishing, and Aaron was going to stay home with the girls that didn't want to go. That's fucked up shit, right?
Yeah.
It's not just me.
Yeah, no. I did hear that. Yeah. I mean, that was pretty wild. And they don't call them like by their names. They don't call them like son, daughter. He calls them the boy and the girl. Like, wow. Thing one and thing two. Let me see. A lot of people are saying, damn, or D-Man, close. Aretha Franklin, hundreds of dollars. You're thinking of I want to make plans with somebody. Detroit, yeah, yummy little hot pockets. Somebody says, because they all look alike, KO. This is the way, ? Somebody says.
Wouldn't you think, like if my son wanted to go fishing, I would take him, not, you know what I mean? Not his stepmom or anything like that. That just seems weird to me. Yeah, if my son wanted to go fishing, I'd take him, and April would have been at home with the girl.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is spend time with your step parents. Like, how fucking awkward is that?
Right. And it's not like she's been their step parent for a ton of years. That might be different.
Right.
She's kind of new into the situation. If the kid wants to go fishing, the dad takes him fishing, not the new stepmom.
Yeah, it's
fucking weird.
No, it is weird, man. So I don't know who that speaks to more. Does that speak to Aaron's shittiness, or does that speak to April's just lack of self-awareness, or does it speak to April's like, she's just trying anything she can to get in these kids' lives, because it almost smells like these kids do not like her at all, and she's trying anything she can to make them like her.
Right. I wonder. I'm trying to figure that out, but I think what I've landed on so far is they talk about being good old boys or whatever, those kind of salt of the earth people. And I think April is way much more than Aaron is. April knows way more about fishing, hunting, all that kind of shit. Aaron pretends it. April probably knows it all.
Well, she's a woodsman, as they say.
Right. She grew up in a country family with brothers and dads and uncles, and she probably knows how to fish a million times better than Aaron does or whatever. But it would be me from where I'm from in Michigan. We know how to, we grew up doing that stuff. It would be a kick him. If my son wanted to go fishing, my wife wouldn't take him. I'd take him fishing.
Yeah. You want to teach your son, your daughter, you want to teach them like skills like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it seems weird that stepmom would be the one doing it.
Right. So let's keep watching. So let's watch Aaron again contradict himself here off the bat.
So it's not the $250 cash, but you get a $100 drawing every month.
Okay, how?
You get 2 tickets to every show we do. Some people prefer just, hey, give me the cash. Times are all fucky right now. And then other people are like, I've been wanting to be a VIP to this show for a long time. I'll take it now. So totally your call at the end of the night, but here are the rules, and God damn it.
So here are the rules.
I got to get into the rules now. Now, there is no price to get into the $250 drawing.
Okay, remember that. There's no price to get into the $250 drawing. No price, right? So at this point, everyone who's in this chat, you're entered to win this drawing.
Right. Right. All you should have to do is say, "Hey, me too," and you're in.
And you're in. But in the same sentence, Aaron says this.
If you throw in, here's the rules. I'll put them in the chat right now. $20 super chats or $15 Streamlabs and PayPal, and that's just to make up the difference in the percentages for YouTube. We just give you 2. Here's one.
You got it.
You send us your contact information. We send you 2 of these. $8 on the store.
Okay.
We just give you 2 of them, send them out.
And
that's for, and you qualify for the $250/VIP drawing.
And there it is right there. So in order to get into this $250 drawing, again, this is one of my biggest gripes with Ray DeVito was not pushing back on this. And it's in, clear as day, right? You just go to their channel within the first 4 minutes of their video. I mean, he's breaking YouTube's terms of service right there.
Right. Well, it's open to everyone. But if you give $20, then you qualify.
Well, 20 via...
How can both of those be true?
20 via YouTube, 15 via Streamlabs. So, either which way.
Make up for the percentages.
Right. To make up for the... Yeah, right. It's like, what the fuck, man? So which is it? Is everyone qualified or is just the people who pay qualified? And what you're saying here is the people who pay are qualified to win.
Right.
So, again, one of the biggest gripes I had with Ray DeVito. So, I just wanted to play that for everyone to remind everyone where the fuck we came from and why this whole prize night thing, is a thing in the first place. So, let's just go. I only have one more clip from this. And then you're brought up here, Soft. I'm not sure if you even know that. But let's just go let's just go to 32 minutes. And this is Aaron selling gift cards here. So, let's check this out. The gift card scandal. Where the fuck is it? 32 minutes. Here we go.
Okay. Dabbler and Georgia, put them in the drawing for $250.
Okay.
And thank you, Wildcard, for the 922. So, how many? What are we at for?
We got Midland left.
What are we at for the $250 drawing?
37.
37. So we're almost knocking out part of tomorrow, guys. You guys are great. There's the rules for getting in the $250 drawing tonight. They are right there in the chat and pinned to the top.
But I thought everyone was qualified to win. Why is
only 37 more can get in?
Yeah.
What if 45 people are watching?
Exactly, man. So the jig is up. Ugly Toe is very amateur at scams. Not a good look. No, not a good look at all, man. Again, if this guy just had a shitty looking show, bad topics, and was just a goof, we would let this all go. But the fact that he's running these scams is like, it just needs to be highlighted, and it deserves to be looked into, right? Patrick has done a great job at exposing a lot of this, but I feel like people, again, with the way information comes out and the way shows are put out and put on, people lose sight of where the fuck we are. And like, you almost have to be reminded, because people are watching 10 shows a day, 7 days a week. So you just get caught up in other things and you forget how the fuck we even got here. But I mean, go back and watch their Rumble fucking prize nights, and it's just contradictory after contradictory.
Well, and I think the rules are the rules. I may not agree with them all the time, but everyone tries to follow them, and these guys are blatantly not following them. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, it's just like some guy going, "Oh no, I drive 120 everywhere I go. Fuck you guys."
Right. It's like, yeah, all right. If I murder somebody with a knife as opposed to a gun, well, then it makes it, less substantial, I guess. It's like, no, motherfucker, you still murder the person.
You're still breaking the rules.
Right. No matter which way you chop it up. So let's watch this clip unfold. This is him actually selling the gift cards now. He's going to bring you up, Soft. I think you were in there and you said something.
Yeah, I was in there.
Let's hear what you had to say.
The page. All right, let's give away the national one. This one you can use wherever you are in the country.
Ooh.
I'm going to limit this to one per person because these go very, very fast.
They are in high demand.
I have to limit these to one per person. So if you win one, stop. If you want a 50, and Don Lemon's AIDS, I haven't started yet. You cannot get a head start on this.
Oh, he paid though.
I have to.
Yeah, so this guy just, put into the super chats thinking that he was going to get into this entry. No. It's when Aaron says go is when he takes your offer. All this is all fucked, dude. It's all fucked.
I know, but there's nothing I can do.
I tried for you, buddy. I don't know.
So it's going
Hot
to
take
be
8.
I didn't say go yet.
I know.
If you want the 50, wait for the 50. If you want the 20, do the 20. If you want the 10, go for the 10. I can't give you more than one. Who's Right podcast says, I feel like I'm watching QVC. Like I said, if this is your first prize show ever, it gets a little hectic for the first half hour or so, and then we get into showtime.
Who's Right?
If you're
is a
drunk enough, QVC's fun.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that?
Who's Right podcast is a friend of mine. We call him Mean Doug. He's a cool motherfucker, dude, and he just ragged on him. I forgot that.
Yeah.
Who's Right is anyone that doesn't know, listen to Who's Right. They're very offensive, but Doug is a cool dude.
Obviously, after this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's keep playing.
All right. I got 3 $10 gift cards to Midland. $1 super chat, just so we know who you are. Works. Go. 5 for 20.
So now, Soft, you have kids, right? Now, what if your kids, Soft, were watching YouTube and all of a sudden they came across Steel Toe morning show, and Steel Toe's on there promoting the sale of, or a firearm company, promoting the use of firearms. And your kid somehow sees that, decides, oh, let me check out what this Midland Armory thing is. And now all of a sudden they're ordering products from Midland Armory. And now all of a sudden you have an AR-15 or a 9mm showing up at your front door from your fucking 10-year-old. I mean, you would blow a gasket, no?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I think, and that's a problem. Like, my kids have ordered shit before. It's generally like games and subscriptions and shit like that, through our Apple Pay accounts or whatever. And it happens. Everyone knows that now.
Hold on, wait.
The idea that they could, because they had my Apple Pay, that they could click on a gun and get it sent to the house is fucking weird.
Sorry, someone was saying, someone's super chat thing had read, and so I just scrolled up. So Kenny says, perhaps you're all called retards, ripoffs. Yeah, I guess retard ripoffs or something.
Perhaps you're all called
Yeah, you read it.
retard ripoffs because you sat in format is so familiar, but you don't have any original thoughts or worthwhile topics. Okay.
Well, we appreciate the 5 there, Kenny. I mean, I have a lot of original thoughts, dude. I don't know about you, man.
I think I'm pretty original. Whether you like them or not, it's up to you. But
I think that's a whole. I think it's deciphering whether or not you actually enjoy it is a whole nother conversation. But so I'm sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to make sure I did read the super chat.
We got to read the super chat
for sure, man, for sure. So they're saying Red Bar ripoffs, dude. If you guys, again, I'm not. We'll go into it. Sure. Let's just dive right into it, Soft. So a lot of people are like, oh, Red Bar ripoffs. It's like, guys, you guys are insane. Like, you have to break this fucking illusion that anybody doing this format is Red Bar ripoffs. Because what you're essentially saying is Howard Stern ripoffs. Because Red Bar ripped off of Opie and Anthony, who kind of ripped off of Howard Stern. So it's this whole thing, right? And it's like, you know what I mean? I watch shows. I'm on YouTube. I watch shows. I want to critique the shows. There's no, you know what I mean? It just goes back to the point where it's like, even if you do enjoy some shows, it's like bastardized to even enjoy it. You know what I mean? Or, have some shared influence in. You know what I mean?
I'll speak frankly on Red Bar if you want me to.
Go ahead, by all means.
I never heard of that motherfucker until 2 weeks ago, and it's because he crossed into my world, talking about Steel Toe. I don't know who Red Bar is. I don't give a shit about him. As far as I'm concerned, he's done some funny stuff about Steel Toe, but he's another husband and wife show that I don't give a shit about. Really, fuck Red Bar. I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
I watched, I think I watched season 18. Which was around maybe like 2020. After that, man, then his whole hiatus from the internet rubbed me the wrong way. He's on another hiatus right now. So again, yeah, does he do some good things? Sure. Do we base this whole show around Red Bar? I mean, no. I mean, that's insane. Like, again, you guys have to break this illusion that where anybody who's critiquing things is, oh, they're copying off of Red Bar. Oh my God. It's like, then everybody's copying off of O&A, who's copying off of Howard Stern, and the cycle continues. You know what I mean? It's like, wake the fuck up. But
if at some point, and we won't talk about it tonight, but my influence is I'm a radio guy, but they aren't like Red Bar and Stern and O&A.
Yeah.
Fuck them. I don't care. And I see a couple comments coming up now, like, watch it, Red Bar will be on you. Well, who gives a fuck? I don't care if Red Bar's on me or not. Fucking.
I mean, what's that going to do, man? Is that like, am I supposed to lose sleep over if Red Bar's on me? Fucking go ahead, man. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do.
Right.
I just, to me, I think it's funny though, because a lot of people are like brainwashed into thinking that Red Bar started this whole thing. It's like, dude, there was people before Red Bar, and from what I hear, Red Bar, again, copied off a lot of people, copied his, his whole show and doing Jocktober style shows. But there was people before Red Bar. There would be people long after Red Bar. Red Bar didn't create the fucking way you critique shows. You know what I mean? Like that is an insane thought. You guys have to stop worshiping this guy. I mean, it gets kind of gay sometimes, $5 coming in from W, man. You see Chad pranked another steel toe sponsor earlier today. Yeah, I did see that on Sit Down Zumach, bro. He called, what's the fucking name of their towing company? Fuck, what's it called? All Care Towing.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm reading the chats, and some Red Bar people are coming after me now.
Well, you better watch your back. You better lock those doors tight, bro.
It's going to be terrible for me.
Nah, but W, man, yeah. Actually, that was probably the best part of Chad's stream today was his prank call towards All Care Towing. I mean, he didn't really have a plan, just decides to call him and proceed to fucking just, let things fly, I guess, so to speak. But yeah, it was pretty fucking funny. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. We have some sit-down Zoom-out coverage coming up here in just a little bit. Again, Steel Toe. Let's get back into this because he's going to bring you up soft. So I'm curious to see what he has to say. Again, him selling gift cards is how we got here in the first place. And this was one of my biggest gripes towards Ray. This all has to deal back to Ray. I'm not just playing these old clips just to rewatch old clips.
This is set up for the interview.
Exactly. So let's keep watching.
10 for 50. 1, 5, and 10. Go bananas. I've got 150,
Kenny says,
220s,
watch your
and
back.
3 10s. 1, 5, and 10. Go ahead. I'm taking first come, first serve.
I'm shaking.
And then
over
we're
here,
going to
Kenny.
get on with the show. Strippers Got Me Banned gets 50. Cody
now-
Thompson gets...
So now the way they're selling these gift cards, the way they're giving out these gift cards, I should say, is by when people super chat them in. Well, now whoever super chats in $1, $10, or $20, now they're getting access to these gift cards. So, right here, essentially what Aaron is doing is selling, making a profit off of gift cards that were given to him. So I just want to point that out, but then Softcast gets brought up here in a second. I want to get your remarks.
It's 10. Don Lemon's AIDS gets a 20. Mr. Approachable gets a 20. Kyle W gets a 20.
Yeah, you're going to have to
Is that it?
pump the brakes.
Stop. It's done. Stop. It's done.
Like, this is a circus.
It's done.
No one else can get in.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay, go back.
A fucking
Cody got
circus.
a
What do you
10.
got?
Strippers got a 50. There's the other 2 10s and the 2 20s.
We got Don Lemon's AIDS for a 20. Give Mr. Approachable a 20. Is that the last 20?
Yep.
Then in that case, what do you got left?
2 10s.
Give 1 to Kyle W and 1 to Fuck You, dude.
Okay.
They shot for the 50 and they missed because it was all...
Geb?
They're picking the people now, right? Cut it off. They know where their profit margin is. It's not open to everyone. And then even at the end, when there's a log jam, Aaron is picking who can be in the drawing.
Yeah, at random.
Right.
There's no fucking, I guess fucking, what's the word I'm looking for here? There's no, any set way on how to do this thing. He's just kind of going by the seat of his fucking pants here and just letting things rip. Closing his eyes and pointing to whatever person he's seeing is donating the most or the most recent and then giving them the gift card. So selling gift cards illegally.
already taken, but at least we can get them their 10 back.
All right, guys, congrats. Thank you. Make sure you message me on any of my platforms. April M. Holt.
Turtle, thank you very much. And K
So I
Fallen
think
the
you come
Great
up
with $5.
right
Thank
about
you
here.
very much. Softcast says if anyone wants a copy of Monday's show, I'll send them a link. It's on Rumble, my man.
So what were you referring to there, Soft?
Because shit, I could go back and look at the sub, but like he said, it's on Rumble. You know, it wasn't on his YouTube.
So you were making copies of the show and making sure that they weren't getting deleted.
Right.
Wow.
Right. And he said something that people were asking about. And I said, hey, I have it if anyone wants it. And I'm sure I posted the relevant link on the sub, but people were asking. Then he's like, oh, it's all available on Rumble. Well, it wasn't on YouTube like it should have been. Like he did with his prize nights.
Hold on, I'm trying to read some chats here. Somebody says Red Bar is Kang of the underground media scene. It's hard to admit for some up and coming. Okay, but where is he now? Where's Red Bar now? All right, answer me that.
Well, I don't want to fight with guys about how far Red Bar's come. I know his show's big and all that. What I'm trying to say is when you say I'm a Red Bar ripoff or wannabe, I don't know who that motherfucker is.
Yeah.
How could I be trying to rip off what he's doing if I don't know who the fuck he is?
Somebody says April got deer jerky and Mountain Dew in her Easter basket. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's good.
Jay says he's sick. Okay. So I mean that's fair enough, but again, just nothing from Red Bar as of late. No text, no message, no nothing. So if John and Softcast aren't hiding anything, why is Red Bar watching them? Oh my God, Softcast, you hear that? Red Bar is watching us.
Yeah.
You know what? All right, let's just stop the stream. I think I had another power surge. Red Bar is watching. We must close down operation.
I find it hard to believe that Red Bar would be. Your show maybe, but me. Why would Red Bar watch me?
Red Bar hasn't done a show. He's not on social media. He hasn't let his fans know what the fuck was going on. I could promise you one thing. He's not watching this. Ray DeVito is actually calling back in. I feel like now would be a good time to have Ray DeVito come on. We can get back into the interview. What do you think, Soft?
Yep. And just for people that don't know, I'm going to back out of this interview because we're not trying to attack Ray. We're trying to express how you could do a polite interview.
Oh, Soft just, I didn't mean to cut Soft. Ray DeVito, welcome back in, dude.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Man, I've been better, dude. I don't know what the fuck happened. Just all of a sudden, I apologize for what happened, but all of a sudden, just my TV went out, the computer went out, everything just fucking went out. And of course, you were on stream when that happened, so I do apologize. My apologies for that.
No worries, man.
All right. So,
what I miss?
Not too much. We were kind of setting some things up. So one of my biggest things, we'll just dive right back into it. One of my biggest things from that whole Steel Toe interview was their whole, prize night and the lack of pushback that, you gave them or lack thereof. Can you see now how that, why people are frustrated with that whole interview, or do you still see that interview as a win in your book?
Oh, I don't think it's a win in my book. Like everything's it definitely was not a win in my book. As far as initially I was supposed to do a podcast with him 2 months ago. And that was the first time to do a podcast with him. But I did not know anything about the prize night thing until it was brought into everyone's attention. And I can't act like I care about the prize. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
I get it. I equated it to comedians selling T-shirts after a comedy show. And someone comes up to him after and is like, all right, you sold these shirts in New Mexico. You sold these shirts in Georgia. You owe state tax here, or whatever. I don't think he maliciously got into it knowing that he was breaking any laws. Now, if there's laws that are to be broken, he should definitely talk to a lawyer. Obviously, he knows there's something there that he pulled all the videos down. The video's not up anymore. And I'm going to do a show, I guess, in a couple of weeks. And that's one of the things I want to talk to him about. Did you talk to a lawyer? because obviously something's not right. There's enough people that are like looking at it that something's not right, and he's got to address it.
Well, so we just watched the clip here. We just watched a clip essentially of Aaron saying that, there's no, you don't need to fucking purchase anything. Everyone in the chat here tonight will be entered into the chat. And then in the same sentence goes on to say, if you donate 15 or $20 is the only way you could be entered in the lottery essentially. So, that was in February. That was his 2 prize nights ago. So since then he has kind of changed his tune, but still his ego just he won't let himself get out of his way, out of his own way, essentially. And that is, I guess, the biggest problem everyone has. And that kind of, falls back on you where this, interview, and I get, man, you don't want to, you're not a pot stirrer. You just want to fucking, peace and love. And I, a lot of people are like that and whatever. It's your style. I get that. But it's like, at the same time, you have to understand why people are upset of why, there was no pushback in that, like absolutely zero pushback from you in that interview. You just kind of let it fly. Aaron could have said he murdered 3 babies that day, and you'd be like, you know what, man, that's all good in my
book. Hey, at least it wasn't 4.
It really, yeah, exactly, right, exactly.
No, I hear what you're saying, but again, also what was frustrating, I'm not going to bring it up again, but the Wi-Fi was atrocious. And also now, Shuli Network was pushing it and everything. They said after the fact, we would have got you a hotel room. The good thing is now I know in the future I have something like that. They will get me a hotel room. I thought I was in a place that was going to have good Wi-Fi, and my Wi-Fi was garbage. I cannot excuse that. I can't excuse that. That's on me. So I can't watch it because I cringe just seeing how shitty the Wi-Fi is and how much I freeze up during it. It really annoys me. That whole interview, I was a little screen just circling.
Yeah, I mean, and I get that, man. Obviously, though, the Wi-Fi is something that could be looked past, I think, in a lot of ways, as long as there was some, just some sort of, I guess, I keep using this word, but pushback. You could have been asking, the hard questions, the hard-hitting questions. Your Wi-Fi could have been complete shit, and that could have been, a win in, for Ray DeVito. You know what I mean? So, again, it's just I understand, though. You're watching back that whole interview and you see your Wi-Fi. It's fuck, man, I need to do this again. So you were mentioning you're going on Steel Toe in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, he asked me to do a show, and I'm going to do it. So, and I'll ask him about that because because people seem to be really into this prize night, and he's got to know something's not going to be right about it. So if he doesn't look into it with a lawyer, like I said, I don't think he came out, and even Melton, when Melton was on my podcast with me, Patrick Melton from Nobody Likes Onion, I don't think he did it as a malicious thing to trick people or whatever. I think it came from all right, it's a fun thing he's doing with his fans. But yeah, there's some guidelines, I guess, and I think he knows that he has to correct. And yeah, he's got to fix that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He obviously has to.
1,000%, man. If he doesn't fix it, there's definitely going to be repercussions. I know, Patrick is, taking, things a step further, and trying to reach out to, attorneys and shit like that. Because at the end of the day, man, it's why, and I get Patrick's frustration. It's why do we have to follow the rules? But somebody like Aaron can just come stroll along. And I get it. You're not, I'm not asking you to speak for Aaron, but I'm just, trying to get you to see the other side of it, of why people are frustrated. Why, I'm sitting there watching that interview and there's man, I could have asked Aaron a million different questions about this thing. Patrick, even the same thing. And it's it just seemed like Aaron was let off the hook very, very easily. I mean, do you regret, besides your Wi-Fi, do you regret anything about that interview or anything you could have done differently or?
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on in my head. There was some other stuff from the day before, which I guess which I squashed with Bob Levy. That was I was just watching MLC the day before and just hearing some guy from Tampa talking saying things that were not true about me, and I should have known better.
Wait. Hold on.
I can't say his name.
Let's jump. Okay, so wait, you're involved in what they call the Tampa Accords. You're involved in that?
I was not on that.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I mean, that's really bad. I mean, first of all, you weren't there, I don't think, right? You weren't part. No. So why are you involved? I mean, just say his name. It's not like a plague, or it's not like a disease you're gonna catch. It's like, it's fun at the end of the day, or at least it should be.
Well, no, here's the other thing too, which happened to me. Like I was in New York City last week and doing shows in New York City, and like some big name comics know of what's going on in the MLC universe, and they know of that situation, and they saw a tweet that I put out, and they're like, dude, what's up? What's this all about? And it's like, and part of me is like, all right, dude, I got to kind of step away. It's like attacking people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I'm actually a comedian. I'm writing jokes and stuff.
Yeah, but you're podcasting now. You're into this space. You understand? It's like, you're trying to. I get you're a comedian. That's your sole focus. But now you're dipping your toes into this space, and it's like, this is just kind of the name of the game. I mean, you're on MLC a lot. You're on with a lot of other people that like to stir the pot. And I get that's not your style, but if you can't at least bring the guy's name up, I mean, Jesus Christ, how far?
Yeah, I don't have to. You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I could say his name, Chad Zumach, right? I mean, I could say it with absolute ease, but yeah, it's I don't know, man. That whole Tampa Accords thing, man, that's just a fucking. It's when I seen that, man, I almost blew a gasket watching that. I'm like, this, how fucking hacky. And I'm not asking you to talk shit on any of these guys. If you want to, I mean, please chime in. But I mean, it's just very hacky, and it's just like, say the guy's name. You all want to. You all do like fucking shows based around him. Now what? You think you're gonna? I can't believe I'm like almost defending Chad here. Like this is where it's put me in this odd position, right? But yeah, man, fuck, dude. So yeah, I guess we really can't really dive into too much Chad stuff. So I want to talk a little bit about your special. So that's where we kind of got cut off in the beginning. So you see me, and this is how we're here tonight. You see me watching your special. I mean, in your eyes, I was completely hate watching it. And there was no in between, which again, I'm admitting that, yes, part of me was hate watching it, trying to find the critiques in your special. But a part of me, I was just watching it to compare with Dave Landau. And then, like I said, the winner, loser, however which way you want to put it, would be going up against Chad's special, Kmart Ready, I believe it is, on Dry Bar. So I just wanted to, I guess, ask you, could we, kind of break this whole narrative of, again, you're winning in this whole situation because I didn't find anything wrong with your comedy, or are we kind of still holding on to that narrative?
What? What did I win?
Well, you were on.
Well, you said that. Like, I never.
Well, you were on stream. You were on stream a couple days ago with Stevie, Lou, a few times actually, and you were kind of gloating. You were going on the podcast tour about how I couldn't find nothing wrong with your special, so therefore, like, somehow in your eyes, you won in this whole situation. So, I mean, we could agree that nobody here is actually winning, and we can kind of move on, but that's what the vibe I was picking up from.
Oh, yeah, no, I noticed, like, yes, I don't dress that great. That's fine. But yeah, like, the things that are being picked about, like the backdrop, you have no say over what the backdrop is on those specials. What the people look like. Like, I'm not in charge of who comes to the show. Like that, those like nitpicky. Also, those are G-rated specials. Those aren't even like my real jokes. Those are like sanitized versions of my jokes. Sanitized meaning like you just clean down a version.
Right. No, I get it.
So like it's not even fun for me. That's why I did an album for Sirius XM at the same time, because like I wanted like a more edgy, like the actual version of my jokes. Right. Yeah, not edgy, but just like the way the jokes actually go.
So then let me ask you this. Why even do a Dry Bar special to begin with? Like, what was the angle? Like, what did you look to get out of it? Like,
well, first of all, what you do get is a lot of good clips where you can now comedy clubs can post when you're coming in there. Another thing you get is I've already gotten a few corporate gigs because of it, because they see like G-rated comedy.
Okay.
So like there are benefits of doing it. Like it is part of the deal. But yeah, at no point is being a comic like an awesome life. It's not the greatest life. It's like this is what you're in. Nah.
You know, it doesn't seem like it, man.
It's like Bruce Willis in Last Boy Scout, the private investigator, just sleeping in his car.
Right.
Shit. Like it's nothing glamorous. There's nothing fuck, I'm not bragging about, like, I don't know if you notice this. I'm like the one guy that's not like, hey, I'm winning. I'm doing this. I'm crushing it. I'm not fucking gloating from anywhere.
Well, a part of me, I mean, I was, maybe I was completely off, but just a part of me was picking up that vibe. Is right after that Steel Toe interview, you're down in the dumps. The interview didn't go the way you wanted. The Wi-Fi was shit, or whatever the case was. You could have, asked harder questions, and then all of a sudden you see me, and I'm, hate watching your special, not critiquing any of the jokes. And I think, you might have felt as if, oh, okay, maybe, this was a success. My comedy, special was a success. This guy can't find anything to shit on about my jokes. And, dude, I mean, I could pick apart the jokes all the live long day, but, that wasn't what we were doing. We were trying to, leave it up to the audience. And the, winner/loser, again, however which way you want to phrase it, was going to move on to, face Chad's special.
All right. So are you mad at me that I was, like, having fun with it?
No, I'm not. Again, I'm not mad at you. I'm just.
Did you get what I'm saying? Like,
no, yeah, right. I'm not mad.
How was I supposed to react? Let's say someone said, like, John something, and it was a fan of both of ours that pointed that out to me. So, I mean, I didn't find it on my own. It was a fan of both of ours that pointed that out to me, and that's when I saw it. I was not. So yeah, admit it, dude. If someone did that to you too, you'd take it the same. I had fun with it. I was not.
Yeah, right.
I didn't shit on you. I didn't.
And
I wasn't a
right.
dick.
No, I know, and I'm not saying you are. I'm not. Coming. Trying to come at you in any which way here. I was just. That's the vibe I got. It was just like you're on your high horse, and again, it's just like there's no winning in this certain situation.
Trust me, I'm not winning. I'm not winning.
Okay, all right. At least you said that, right? At least you said that.
I'm definitely not winning.
All right. So I just have a couple more to get to. So as you know, your special, 40 and Simple, by the way, which check it out. You can watch it on my channel. You go to drybar.com. Support Ray though.
Watch it on your channel. I get no money of it anymore. Like, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a whole. Watch it on your channel, dude.
You get no money from the.
No, you get paid. Here's how it works. Like, you get paid up front for it, and then they say like they have this thing, like, you do a tip video and you're supposed to get like a percentage of that. Like, what? But from what I heard from other people that did it, is the cost production. So they say is like, so like, to meet it, they have to make like 50 grand before you start getting your kickback in. So it's like, yeah, I know comics that have had like a zillion views on theirs, and they're like, yeah, I've never gotten a residual check.
Wow.
So
that's, yeah. I mean, that's pretty wild shit.
Yeah. Welcome to comedy, dude. It's not fun.
Yeah. Well, look, hey man, I'm not, I don't want to get, anything twisted here. I'm not looking to join the comedy. I'm not doing stand up. You know what I mean? This is just, I come on here. I like to make fun of people. It's just something I do. If you want to call it a form of comedy, go right ahead. But it's not something I'm actively looking to pursue, especially after hearing you make no money on dry. I mean, that's insane, dude. It's like almost, why would you do it? But I get it. You want the exposure and all of that. It helps you out other ways. I understand that, right? But so with all your special, talks now, how do you think your special would do against Chad's? You don't have to say Chad's name, but how do you think it would do coming up in the semifinal round? Kmart Ready versus 40 and Simple.
Oh, that's up for your audience to decide. That's between that. That's for them.
Fair enough.
I'm just happy to be nominated.
Fair enough, Ray. Fair enough, man. Look, man, you're a good sport. I just want to see, I'm just going to kind of breeze through the chat, see if anyone is asking anything at all. If not, dude, look, I mean, you're a good sport. You didn't have to come on. I appreciate that you did come on. Again, it's just, at the end of the day, we're just busting balls.
No, it's all good, dude. I took note, like, that's why I invited you on my stream. I get it, like, you just saw like an invite out of nowhere. But yeah, I'm just having fun. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, so that was one thing. Enjoy it. No, that was one thing too I wanted to bring. I'm glad you brought it up because I almost forgot about that. But yeah, the other night, man, you guys invited me to the stream, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? First of all, I'm 4.5 hours into a show, and I get a link from you guys, and I almost felt like you guys were gonna like set me up and ambush me. You got Stevie Lou blowing a gasket. What's going on with you and Stevie Lou, by the way? I see a lot of riffing between you two.
He's a buddy of mine. I always compare Stevie to, like, if you ever saw the movie Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
He's like my Walter.
Okay.
He's got good intentions, but like everything's not everything needs to be intense all the time. We can take it down a notch sometimes. So
yeah, he's He seems to hate this show.
I have no idea.
Oh, come on, Ray. You know he hates this show.
No, I don't know his involvement with this show. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I didn't know anything about your show until one of your fans, who's a fan of mine, sent me the link when you were talking about me. Like, that's the first time I don't. But yes, do I believe someone has a problem with Stevie Lou? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. But yeah, no, he can be intense. Trust me, I have friends that like have Stevie also has a problem with where I try to referee and it's like, I'm done refereeing. Like, that's between you guys. I've been in, as Stevie knows, like, he blocked me on Twitter there for a minute, or at least unfollowed. He claims he just unfollowed me. But he had a problem. He had a problem with somebody that's a friend of mine. And I was like, dude, can you just relax? And he like didn't take it well. So yeah, but he's a good guy, and once he calms down, he's got good intentions. But yeah, he's just got to relax a little bit.
Real quick, Carlos Danger coming in with the 5 saying salud. So
yeah, I love Carlos Dangers. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he seems like a funny dude. I didn't really know him up until this past week, but yeah, man, it'll be interesting. Like again, you being on this show, even bringing up Stevie Lou, I'm sure he's out there somewhere blowing a gasket. Again, I don't really know much of this guy to really even comment on any of his work. People send me things, and it's like it's hard to get get the full story out of a little bit of a clip. But from what I see, man, I'm like, holy shit, dude. Unhinged, I guess, is an understatement. But I'm not gonna, sit there and ask you to talk shit on anybody. I mean, I know that's not your MO, and that would be unfair of me to do. I want to open this up though to the live chat. I want to ask one thing before I do. So we had a request from the audience. Now I don't want to. I believe you kind of did something similar to this, but people were curious to see what was in your drawers. This isn't from me. This is from the audience. I'm just curious to see if you would show us what's in your drawers.
No, I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm good. My camera's like connected to my computer, so it'd be a big to do.
Okay. All right.
To even move the camera.
Your laptop. Okay. I was just seeing what if you were willing and able to maybe get us in just a sneak peek on one drawer.
I can't. My computer is hooked up to the.
You have a webcam on your computer.
Yeah, gotcha. But it's a very like loose cable. If I move my leg, sometimes that wire comes out. So I gotta. Yeah, so it's not something I can do.
All right, let's just open it up to the chat here. I want to see if anyone has any other questions. And then again, Ray, I appreciate you coming on the show again. I know you didn't have to. You have other things to do on a Sunday night, getting ready for whatever it is that Ray DeVito does on Sunday nights. But again, I just want to say, I do appreciate you coming on. So let's see if the chat has anything. If not, man, we'll let you out. RP says $40 a drawer. Yeah, so Ray's saying that he can't. I will offer him money, of course, Ray, if you want to make, $40-$50 a drawer, but he's saying he can't because his camera's.
I'm not going to do it. Come on. Yeah, this isn't Red Bar. I went through this with Red Bar.
Well, that was what a fork.
That was first, that
was a fork. That's a little different.
There's literally nothing in there. It's just my clothes aren't even in there because I've been on the road. I just got home today. I've been on the road for 4 straight weeks, so it's not even clothes in there.
Yeah, you're traveling, man, dude. Going to Oklahoma, all these West Virginia. How was West Virginia with Bob Shuley?
Well, Shuley wasn't there,
or not Bob Shuley. I always say Bob Shuley. I mean Bob Levy. Sorry about that.
Yeah. With Levy, it was great. We had a good time. I realized I had. Speaking of my dressing, I had there's pictures online. I just wore a collared shirt and khakis, and I had my running shoes on. I did not have any other shoes. I was like, I'm not going to buy shoes for the reception. But yeah, it was good.
Let me see if I can't find it real quick, if you don't mind here.
Oh, go ahead. It's on Gina Levy, I think, posted it. I'm sure Bob retweeted it.
Someone does ask, Ray, if not the drawer, can we see your most valuable toy?
Most valuable toy. This is probably the Wade Boggs autograph baseball.
Wade Boggs, very nice.
Yeah.
So that's the most valuable thing in
No, it's like the most that's near me. Maybe Rod Martin at the Hall of Fame 2 years ago. I got when Tom Flores got inducted, because I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. I was at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Rod Martin's.
Wow, look at that, man. That's sharp. What you went up to? Did you go up to the guy and was like, "Yo, can I get the autograph?" How did that happen? Yeah.
It was actually pretty cool. If I did, I went there just as a fan, and then Jeff Saturday. This is the year Peyton Manning got inducted. It was the year after COVID, so it's like they had two classes at one time, and Peyton Manning was there, and Jeff Saturday, who was his center. If you remember, I don't know if you follow football.
I dabble.
He was actually the coach of the Colts this past year. He was like the coach of the Indianapolis Colts. But he was his center, and I saw him, and we did Bob and Tom together like years ago back in Indianapolis. That's where Bob and Tom is, the radio show. And like I was talking to him, and I kind of snuck in. I was with him, and I was like in the area where all the players were. So I got to meet a bunch of Aqib Talib, the guy who's now wanted for murder for at that football game.
Yeah, Aqib Talib. Isn't that his brother or some shit?
No, I think it's him. The cornerback.
Shit.
Like he would have been a Hall of Fame cornerback. I don't think it's going to be a Hall of Fame cornerback anymore. DeMarcus Ware, who's also on that Broncos Super Bowl team. Vinatieri, the kicker.
Sure.
Yeah, so I ended up meeting a bunch of NFL players just because I was in that VIP section, and I shouldn't have been there. I just happened to know Jeff Saturday. He recognized me from Bob and Tom, and I walked in with Jeff Saturday. So that's how it's a cool time.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool feeling, man.
I'm a stupid fanboy. I admit it.
I couldn't even tell, man. You hide it well.
Who's your team?
I'm a Philly boy, bro.
So who's your favorite Eagle of all time?
Of all time, that's a pretty tough question. I like that, man. Flipping the interview on me. It's a
No, it's just like being a human being. That's
favorite Eagle of all time. I'd probably, this might sound a little, I guess
Michael Vick. Probably Michael Vick.
Reggie White, and then probably Donovan McNabb.
Okay, cool.
But so I guess two more things we want to get. People are saying display your toys. That seems to be the hottest question right now. Everyone wants to see all of your toys.
That's it. I don't have anyone. That like all my stuff is in storage. It's but that's like just what was with me when I came back from New York City. So that's why that stuff's up there.
People are saying Ray's middle name. We're not going to give out Ray's middle name. That's insane. Unless Ray wants to give out his middle name here tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, right. So we can just move on for that. People want to know though, and I'm kind of curious to know too. Before I let you go, Ray. Is why sign the Tampa Papers? I think we kind of covered it, but not really in depth. So, like, you might not even sign, but why are you going along with these Tampa Papers? Like, what is so important of not talking about Chad?
Oh, I didn't even care. I mean, if you ask me questions, I'll answer it, but I don't even care. But like, my wake up call was just being in New York City, and like, comics asked me like, "What the fuck's going on?" And it's like, that's not what I want to be known for.
Yeah. So, Yeah. So I guess the follow-up question would be, after the Tampa Papers, I guess, expire, will you be bringing up Chad after that? Or are you kind of leaving Chad behind and starting this new endeavor in your life? Like, what's going to happen after?
No, I mean, I was on MLC. I'm sure he's going to be there with me. So we'll have to interact. I know we're doing an MLC live event together, so I mean, I'll see him and stuff. But yeah, I'm just trying to grow up from that.
A lot of people seem to think though the whole Chad and Ray thing is a complete work. I don't think that. Just because I don't think that's the type of person you are to go to that extent to make up this fake beef with Chad. I mean, I really do think that you guys have some animosity, or at least he does to you. Whether you do or not to him is a different story. But can you confirm here tonight that there is at least a little bit of, a little bit of animosity in the air between you two, and that's not fake beef?
I do not hate him. I can give two. Like I don't care if he hates me. That's on him. You'd have to ask him that. But like, yeah, I'm indifferent. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't hate him. I don't. Like I know, like I was doing a stream and he was like, "Hey, I sniped Ray's stream," and I had like, go ahead and do it. And if you, I mean, he did also when he said that he didn't get more viewers. I mean, not that I care, just people told me, not that I care, but it's like if he does get more, great, good for you, dude. Fucking awesome. Live it up.
We'll be following that closely, Ray. Look, again, you've been a great sport, man. I do appreciate you coming on. I appreciate your time. So my apologies for earlier. Again, just power surges. I don't know, fucking nuts. But,
No worries, dude.
Yeah, guys. I mean, this has been a Ray DeVito interview. I appreciate all you guys asking your questions. Fake beef. What's this UFC? Somebody says, hey, man, someone speculated it's fucking wrestling. But Ray, man, again, thank you so much for your time, dude. We're going to let you go. We'll be tuning in. We'll be watching, again, your special going up against Kmart Ready, Chad Zumach's dry bar special. So
if you want to see a good special, you being a Philly guy, Big J Ogerson just put a free one out on YouTube. He's fantastic. I don't know what it's called, but he just put one out. I do the road with Big J sometimes. He's fantastic. He's Philadelphia through and through. So I think you'll dig him.
Yeah, I seen he just dropped this special. I've yet to really watch it. It's hard for me to honestly, man, and maybe you can help me answer this because, being a comic and all, it's just like hard to find good comedy anymore, man.
Dude, there's so many good comics out there. Yeah, don't hate watch them.
I don't know, bro. Like,
you don't have to. You don't have to like watch them or hate watch them, but watch them. You're gonna dig Big J. You'll dig Shane Gillis. There's a lot of funny comics.
Shane J, I can kind of get behind. Like, there's a handful.
They're great.
But that's why I'm like almost in the place that I am, because when I do watch a lot of these comics these days, like I said, there's a handful, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 handful of comics that like actually are doing good shit. The rest, it's kind of just repetitive things. And it's like, nobody's really talking about it. They're all just kind of co-signing the bullshit. And, that's how, a lot of in my opinion anyway, how we are here today with a lot of lukewarm comedy.
You don't like Bill Burr? Bill Burr, I think, is fantastic.
Yeah. Again, a handful. Bill Burr, Jay, Shane Gillis is pretty good. Obviously, Chappelle, Dave Chappelle, not Chappelle Lacey.
Chris Rock, you didn't like Chris Rock's last special?
I didn't really watch it, to be honest. I know it was the whole live thing. But Chris Rock, to me, it's like, the whole Will Smith thing, it's just overplayed, No,
it's pretty good, dude. It's worth checking out. Like, it's worth checking out.
I'll hold you. I'll hold you to it, Ray. If it sucks, dude, I'm gonna be fucking 10 more years of hate watching you. All right. So this Chris Rock special is gonna be damn good.
Sounds good, buddy.
Ray DeVito, we appreciate your time as always, man.
Thanks, man.
You're always welcome here on this show. Go follow me if you want to plug anything. Definitely be my guest.
YouTube, check out my comedy, youtube.com/RAYDEBI. I'm putting up like a short every day. And then Rock Bottom Podcast is my podcast. Thanks, man. It's a good time, man. And dude, I dig what you do, man. Keep it up, and I'll see you down the road, man. Let's do this again sometime.
Sounds good, Ray. Don't get too comfortable, Ray DeVito. We appreciate your time. Thank you, as always. Ray DeVito, everyone. Wow. That was exhilarating. But you got to give it to Ray. I mean, he called in, didn't know what to expect, doesn't know who the fuck I am. Thinks I hate his guts. At one point, but he called in, showed up, has the balls to at least answer the questions and deal with my shenanigans while I'm sitting here drinking Gentleman Jack on an Easter Sunday. It'll be interesting watching Ray moving forward on Steel Toe. Again, it's just like, I don't know what the angle is on that. So he says he's going to be asking Steel Toe some hard-hitting questions the second time around, so we will see if that happens at all. I hope it does. Not, we're going to hold him to it. All of you, hold him to it. Corey needs to call. Is Corey in this chat? The Wade Boggs baseball was pretty based. Yeah, oh yeah. Chad wouldn't show. I 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, maybe now at this point, I reached out to Chad to get on this show, and he declined. Said he didn't see the message. But let's see. Ray DeVito, what are your guys' thoughts? Are you guys in the Ray DeVito business, or have you stepped out of the Ray DeVito business? You know, look, for all the shit I talk, man, Ray seems like a good guy. You know, I give him grief here and there, but that's just because we expect more from Ray. And I hope he understands that. I mean, I hope I kind of construed that message. And if I didn't, well, I'm telling you now, Ray. You know, we just expected more from you, especially from that interview. We expect more from you if you're going to be podcasting. I get comedy is your number one thing, but if you're now dipping your toes into this podcast world, it's like, you know, we expect you, you know, not on every podcast, but if you're going to be having on Aaron M. Holt, the people or the person that we love to hate watch, for you not to ask any hard questions. I mean, that, you know, that was my biggest thing, and that's what I wanted to drive home with Ray. So hopefully I construed that message clearly. Well, he did answer the Tampa papers, I think, in an odd sort of way. He was pretty much saying how his comics, you know, bigger comics were seeing his Twitter posts, and they were kind of like, to me, he was making it seem like they were distancing himself and looking at Ray like sideways, that he was, you know, involved with this beef with Chad. So Ray felt like, you know, he wanted to take it upon himself to sign the Tampa Accords to kind of, you know, get away from talking about Chad. You know, Ray's trying to focus on other things, as you heard tonight. You know, the Dry Bar special he just did is, like he just said, you know, was promising him corporate gigs and other, you know, different opportunities that he was trying to, I guess, create a path for. And by him talking about Chad and getting involved in Chad was only bringing him down and causing people to raise eyebrows. Ray's too nice for MLC. Trolls can turn at any time. Oh, TK Suso, don't get it twisted. The trolls will turn every time. It's not can turn. They will turn. Let's see. Mr. Go Along to Get Along. Yep, Ray DeVito. He dodged it like Aaron does. Someone says, Ray reminds me of an old coworker. I could punch him in the face and he would apologize for his head being in the way of my fist. He's a weird guy for sure, but a little boring. He didn't answer if Shuli ever paid. You know, I didn't actually ask him if Shuli ever paid him. I should have fucking asked him that. I didn't really have any Shuli-related questions. That's not really the focus of the interview tonight. I was kind of focusing on Steel Toe and Chad. I probably should have asked him about the Shuli stuff, though, if Shuli's ever paid him. That's why I wanted questions from you guys. I left it open. You guys could have fucking got your questions in. Ray should host Blues Clues, somebody says. Deitois says. That's pretty funny. That's what's funny about Ray on MLC. He's the nice guy, and they yell at him relentlessly. Well, I mean, it's not just him. It's, you know, that whole third mic. Whoever's the third mic on that show, they're, you know, the bottom squares is who they're giving grief to on a daily basis. If Corey starts a show after your show, will you call into Corey's show, John? Chris wants to know. Chris, I love it, Chris. You're always asking me, like, questions. Like, you're always trying to keep me on my toes. For that, Chris, man, I half salute you. He said on a bunch... Wait, where'd that... LL Cooley, he said on a bunch of podcasts he was paid. Ray is the world's most impersonable 50-year-old. Deitois, yes. Turning is hard. What does that mean? Like, they become nice? K. McDuck says, what's wrong with Ray's eyebrows? Somebody says, Carlos, I was unaware. Leave it to a Jew to wait till the last minute. Somebody say Jew.
If I could be a Jew right now, I would be a Jew.
Did you guys watch Ape tonight? No, we're going to tune into Simpcast, as they call it. We're about to tune into that now. Corey Adams says, I've said it, I'll call in. Corey, you want to call in, Corey? Chris says, "Hey John, I have a question. Are you McNugget and do you taste like chicken?" I don't know, Corey. That's a pretty odd gay question. Chris has the best cues. Yeah, Chris should be a detective, man. Or these podcasts even said it's Tampa thing was cringe today, and it was the potatoes thing he did at the last second. Yeah, look, I don't foresee Carl going another week, 10 days essentially. Not talking about Chad. These guys thrive off Chad. I'm down. All right, well let's call Corey. I don't know really for what. I mean, does he have thoughts on this Ray DeVito interview, or are you just calling to kind of shoot the shit? Is this a Corey Adam interview? But let's bring Corey on. Let's see what's up. I think I still have Skype up. Let's go to Corey. I'll call Corey. Corey, I'm calling you now. Soft, if you're on the other line of this, give me a second. I will call you back. Corey, I'm calling you now. You better have your camera on and your mic turned up. If not, this is it. Not playing this phone tag here. Corey isn't online. Corey isn't online. A big takeaway on that interview, though, I was trying to, because a lot of people were asking me on Thursday. They were like, "Yo, get him to tell you what's in his drawers." And I'm like, man, I want to do that, but the whole fork thing with Red Bar, it's like, yeah, it kind of gets a little Red Bar-ish, but that would have been hilarious if he would have like picked up his laptop and showed us the inside of his drawers. But maybe next time. Carl is pissed at me on Twitter. LL Cooley. Really? Why is Carl pissed at you? Thought somebody says. Why somebody says. Corey, what's going on with your Skype here, bud? Corey says hi. All right. He's on Skype. Hi. All right, I guess we're just playing phone tag with Corey. Let's see what Corey has to say. Did we receive $1? Jake Hudson with $1. Hey, Jake, appreciate the $1, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the $1 super chat. Call now. All right, Corey says call now. We're going to call now. Soft, I will call after this Corey interview. See what happens.
Oh.
Where's the camera, Corey? This Twitch emblem kind of looks like you. Is that like on purpose? Like, were you able to put a mustache on the Twitch emblem, Corey?
There, hold on.
All right, I got your volume here.
There, now I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me. I can't see you though.
Yep, coming though.
Oh, there you go, Corey. Everyone, welcome back onto the show.
What up? What up?
How you doing, man? Long time.
Good, yourself? Yeah, it's been a while. How you been?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. Just got to hash it out with Ray a little bit, kind of clear the air. Now, apparently you were in the chat, and it looks like you were, man, in the flesh, Corey Adam.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, I got done with comedy, and somebody was like, "Oh, Win by Two's talking about you," and then I got to listen to you and fucking Soft Weekly talk your bullshit. So that's fine.
Look, and I said it throughout, Corey. We just jump right into it. I said it throughout. It's not so much. I'm not. Talking sideways or out of school here as it is.
But you kind of are though, right? Because like you're super friendly, and then you say these like half truths, and then you have another guy on to try and back you up in these half truths. It's like it kind of feels. He's not backing me up. He's not backing me up in any which way. Kind of was, man. And like I don't know, it's the same thing. Like all the people that I'm interacting with, you guys all want it to be some glorious cop out or whatever, but like nothing I've said is untrue. I've been the same person the entire fucking time.
Wait, real quick. Did something just happen? Sorry about that. Yeah, look. You kind of have been, and you kind of haven't. That's
how have I not though? This is what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm talking about by the half truth bullshit. What have I not been truthful about?
For me personally, this is just me. You don't have to do anything I say, right? I mean, I'm just a guy on the internet.
I never said I would do anything what you say. I said, what have I been dishonest about?
Oh, I didn't say dishonest. I'm just saying you haven't been completely, like, for me personally.
Sure. What haven't I been straight with you on?
The whole Aaron thing, right? It's just
What about it? What about it?
If you would have just kept leaning into the whole bit side of thing instead
of but then I'm doing what you guys want and not what I feel, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
At that point, I would have been dishonest, right?
Not necessarily. I mean,
yes. If I'm faking that I'm angrier at somebody, that's not being honest. Like, this is where I get super fucking fed up with all this fucking internet bullshit. Is everybody wants people to think a certain kind of way and be a certain kind of way. I show up and I'm myself every time I'm there, and people like it or they don't like it, and that's fine. But this idea that I'm somehow not being honest or genuine is fucking garbage.
Look, again, it's not.
I think you know too, and I'm not blaming you. I like your show. I know the gimmick. I know all that shit. But like, to sit here and perpetuate this, and I'm done taking this shit on the face. I'm not tied to anybody else. I can lash back as my own human being again, which is fucking empowering. But this idea that I'm supposed to harbor this giant fucking grudge that all these trolls on the internet harbor that I never harbored, right? Like, I never did. It's not my fucking grudge. It's your guys' grudge. I saw something funny I could do. I leaned into it. I got basically belittled for it. And I said, you know what? I can't work here. That's fine. But at that point, it's dishonest for me if I start virtue signaling or acting in the way that you guys feel that I should, right? Like, that to me feels dishonest.
Yeah, look, but again, you have to understand where people are coming from, right? Like, because you leaned into this bit with Patrick from Nobody Likes Onions. You did a phenomenal job on that show. Sure. Right. And I guess people.
But you guys were both just saying that I didn't, and it wasn't about me earlier in this episode.
No,
right?
no. That's been one of my, high critiques of you is that show specifically. I mean, was what's lights out. What I was saying specifically was, you said it was like the best television ever. You know what I mean? Which is like
it was the live streaming event of the year so far.
Okay,
at least. It was one of the best. It was like live television because like nobody watches TV anymore. That's a fucking boomer thing, right?
Sure.
Like, everybody's watching the internet. And if you're telling me that episode wasn't one of the best things on streaming television, I think you're wrong.
No, on a streaming sense, for sure. But again, I guess people were just expecting, me included, right? I'm not going to generalize and use people, me included, right? We had you on Saturday or 3 weeks ago.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the shit you were talking earlier with Soft Weekly. Both you guys talking on this very program that we're on right now.
Right.
Like, that's my problem is you want to come at me like fucking, it's disingenuous or this is where you lose it or this or that. And then I come in here and you're kind of backpedaling from what you were saying earlier that I fucking watched you say.
I'm not backpedaling. I'm just saying,
You kind of are. You kind of are backpedaling.
Hold on real quick. Sorry. I just keep getting other calls here. It's very distracting. It's Soft calling back in. Answer this call. Do you mind if I bring Soft on? Maybe he has some.
And everybody can come on. I don't give a shit.
Let's see. Hello. If you would have just kept leaning into the whole. Oh, he's got my stream on. Hold on.
Oh, I just turned it down.
All right,
Should be good.
All right, Soft. You're on. Corey, can you hear everything going on?
Yeah, I got you.
Yep.
All right, Soft. What's going on, man?
Well, I don't know. Corey said I was talking bad about him. I was trying to get back on because I wanted to be part of this because I thought I was always cool with you, Corey.
We're not uncool, but you guys were talking shit about me earlier in this episode. Do you not remember what happened like an hour ago? I was watching it.
Yeah, and to what we were saying, Corey, was constructive criticisms, right? And
right, but it's not constructive criticism when you tell me, one, that I'm somehow, it was this big meaningful moment, which you all know it was. Two, you try to belittle it and say that it wasn't about me. Oh, it was Pat, it was this and that. Who was the motherfucker doing 2 shows at the same time, motherfucker?
You think I said it was you?
Me? It was literally only me. That's not what you said earlier. And I'll run the tape back when I go live, and we will watch what you said, and I will reference this point in your show where you are contradicting what you said an hour ago.
That's fine. I'm certain of what I said.
Okay.
I stand by what I said, Corey.
Which time, Soft? Like, all you do is you jump behind everybody's back and stab them in the guts every time, right? Which thing do you stand behind?
Who have I
stand behind the stuff you said with Melton? Do you stand behind the stuff you said to Aaron months before that? Do you stand behind the stuff you said earlier?
Give me an example, because I thought I liked you, but now you sound like an asshole. So give me an example.
Maybe I'm pissed because you were talking shit. I did.
Give me an example, motherfucker.
I did earlier today.
No, give me one right now. Not earlier.
I just said
right
you
now.
said that I wasn't.
Right now, you
All right, hold on.
motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
One person
Right
at a time.
now.
One person at a time.
Did. I already did. How do you need more examples?
No, say right now. You said I'm a backstabber. Okay.
I never
give me one example.
What I just did. You were literally talking shit about me earlier on the show.
And yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I
say-
gave you a fucking example. You
can't
prick.
say-
Are you
I
fucking
can't-
kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You just literally tried to talk over me for fucking 2 minutes, being like, "Give me a fucking example," and then I'm like, "I already did." And then when I said it again, you're like, "Well, yeah, I guess you fucking did." Shut the fuck up, dude.
So you're saying if I think you're a decent person, then I can't say things I don't like about your
No,
show.
I'm saying if you have no consistency to your viewpoint, you need to shut the fuck up about talking about other people's lack of consistency. The reason why everybody on here likes and hates me and all this other shit is because you guys gravitate behind your own fucking infant viewpoints. I'm going solid up the middle, still being Corey Adam. Sometimes you like Corey Adam, sometimes you don't. But the inconsistency you're mad at is inside yourself. What?
What? You sound unhinged, so I was just going to
No,
let
I'm
you
upset because you and I were always cool and you were talking shit about me an hour ago, and then you tried to gaslight me like I wasn't talking shit. And then when you got called out, you're like, I guess I was talking
I
shit.
wasn't talking shit about you. I was talking shit about your show.
Oh, okay. So now semantically you were talking shit about something I do, and that's different to you, right?
So are you saying if I get along with you personally, like we DM'd and we had good discussions, we were friendly, and then I say I don't like this about his show and what he's doing, that means I've been disingenuous to you.
Talking shit about somebody when you're friendly to their face is disingenuous.
So is what I did worse than what you did to Aaron?
What did I do to Aaron?
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're going to play that game.
Yeah, go ahead. You're the guy that likes examples. Give me examples. Go ahead. What did I do to Aaron?
Well, the whole mountain show.
I saw something that was funny and I leaned into it because I thought it was funny. None of that was to hurt Aaron. None of that was to help Milton. It was me identifying something and leaning into something I thought was funny.
Oh, and that's what I did talking about your fucking stupid show today,
See,
dude.
and you're talking shit about me again, right? You're losing the high ground as you start calling names, dude. Keep going.
No, I don't like your show.
Good, that's fine.
That's
Don't
what I
watch it.
did.
Why are you
I
sitting here
leaned
watching
into-
and talking shit and then acting like you're my friend to my face?
That's what you did to Aaron.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I've talked much shit
You
to Aaron
fucked
to his
his
face over the
show.
last 6 years.
You fucked his show.
I didn't fuck his show.
Oh, yes, you fucked his show.
How did I fuck his show?
You're whatever, Corey. You
Right,
can
whatever, because you don't answer for your own bullshit. Back up your own bullshit, Soft Weekly. Maybe you should be flaccid Weekly because you don't seem like you're man enough for conflict. You talk all this shit and you're super friendly to my face, and then you're this fucking weird guy that's like fucking going after me when I'm not around. And it's not just here. You've done it elsewhere too.
Where have I done
Nobody
that?
likes onions. Do you need me to I will literally go back and find the tapes of this shit, dude. Literally.
I've never been on nobody likes onions.
As you were betraying Aaron, you literally told Melton to tell them Soft Weekly sent you. You told him to tell him that. Right. Oh, now it's super quiet. Who the fuck knows, right? Oh, how did all this happen? I'm suddenly accountable for all my fucking bullshit. My name's Soft Weekly.
I may have told Patrick.
No, you did. Not May. Not May. You did, motherfucker. Don't do that shit. Stop trying to
Hold on, guys. One at a time, guys. One at a time, guys.
Your own bullshit.
One at a time.
Your own bullshit. That's all I ever fucking ask. And you're gonna be sitting here going at me like, oh, he's not consistent. He's not all this other bullshit. Dude, look in the fucking mirror. You're projecting outwardly all the shit you hate about yourself. I can't help you with that. I've been here being the same fucking person, and all of you motherfuckers. 1 week I'm your god. The next week I'm the fucking peasant you're gonna step on. The next week you're okay and this and that. Fine. Be on my side or don't. But either way, fuck off. How about that? You don't like my show? Don't fucking watch it. That doesn't mean you have to come on here and make everything about you as you talk shit about people. It doesn't mean you have to go running to Melton and betray Aaron because you were mad at him and be like, Soft Weekly sent him. It doesn't mean you have to be extra friendly to me when we encounter each other in a Discord when you mean to go on here and still talk shit. You're a duplicitous motherfucker and just own that. I wouldn't even be mad at you if you would just fucking own it.
I want to thank you for one of the best internet moments I've ever been involved with, Corey. That was
welcome.
Special.
Corey, look, man, look, for everything I say, I've always been consistent with saying this, man. You know, you're a good guy, and I think you have a lot of potential. You're very, I think, new to just starting your own solo thing, right? You just started it, you know, going away from Steel Toe. And, you know, that is something I do commendate, you know, tip my hat to, I guess, is the better word for it. You know, look, we'll make fun of people. You don't have to take it so personally, right?
It's not about taking it personally. I don't care about what you do. I like this show. I still watch it. I was watching it earlier. I have a problem with Soft Weekly being friendly to my face and then just stabbing me in the guts and then acting like he does nothing. I have a problem with that, and I always will. I don't like snakes.
Soft, would you care to respond?
I don't think I stabbed him in the gut by saying that I didn't like his show. I prefaced all that by saying I had talked to you plenty of times and I liked you as a person. Now
that I'm here, you're backing down from a lot of stuff you said earlier. When I go live, we're going to be reviewing. No, when I go live, we're going to be reviewing all that was said on this show. We're going to watch you guys watch me, and you can see how absolutely hypocritical you look in this moment now when confronted.
Oh no, I'll be happy to watch it back.
Good.
All right,
and I don't even care. Like, I don't care if you like or dislike me. The problem is that stop acting like I'm the one being inconsistent when all of you internet fucks are the inconsistent one. I have been the same Corey Adam the entire fucking time. That's it.
You got on the internet, so I guess that's your fucking problem.
Look, Corey, real quick.
What does that mean? So you don't have to have integrity because you're not on the internet? What kind of snake backwards talk is that, dude? Like, oh, hey, well, actually, you're the one behind a camera, so morality applies to you and not me. What?
I just said you can play back your show and I'll defend anything I said.
I don't need your permission. I already told you I was doing that.
Well, I told you I'll be happy to come on and defend what I said because I don't think I stabbed you in the back at all, dude.
You've now gone to show me, and then when I gave you an example, you acknowledged it too. I didn't to I've never to now I don't think, right?
No, your example wasn't a real example. It was stupid.
It was. You literally betrayed Aaron and told Milton, tell them Soft Weekly sent him. You told him that as you were betraying Aaron.
How could I betray Aaron? He's the one that talked about our DMs on his show first. How could I ever betray him?
So betraying somebody who betrayed you is just in your right?
No, don't change the subject now.
I'm not changing the subject. Guys, literally doing whataboutism right now. You're not acknowledging your own acts and you're being like, well, with this, you sound like fucking old boomers talking about politics. Well, fucking Biden did this, so I have to vote for Trump. Well, Trump did this, so I have to vote for Biden. That's what you're doing right now. You're literally whataboutism.
All right, Corey, you win. It's cool.
It's not about winning, man. I don't care. It's about you understanding it and stop gaslighting your own self because it's going to be better for you going forward.
Gaslighting my own self.
You literally said I didn't say any. You literally said I didn't say anything. To I never said it. To like, oh, maybe I did. No, I stand by this. And then you're like, give me an example. I gave you an example, and now you're still yelling about giving you an example. What part of that isn't gaslighting yourself? You're either lying or you have yourself gaslit. Those are the only two options because you've already contradicted yourself 3 times on this conversation.
Listen, I'm only going to say this once, is you didn't provide any of the examples you think you did.
I just did.
No, you didn't. You said words after I said, give me an example, and that was it. So I stand behind everything, Corey. If you want to you can put whatever you want up. And if you want me to come on your show and defend what I said, I'll do that.
I'm good. I'm right here confronting you. Why would I need you to defend it again?
You're not confronting me.
I'm literally here confronting you. He asked me if you could come on the call, and I said, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Look, Corey, look, you know, this is the Corey, I think, not that you give a shit or not. I mean, that's what I'm picking up here tonight. But this is the Corey that we thought we were getting when we were watching the Nobody Likes Onions, the MLCs, that one week. And, you know, there was a little bit, you know, the following week, again, my biggest thing was, when Aaron came on, said that you paid him back half the money, and then, you know, apparently that was a lie afterwards. It's like,
I never paid him back half the money.
Okay,
that never happened.
Okay, so my thing with you then would be, why didn't you say anything in the moment, you know?
Because I didn't catch that one semantical tangent. Like, some of this shit isn't people like trying to deceive you. It's that you're in the moment doing a show and you don't listen to every fucking inane detail around you.
That's fair. Okay, so that's been my biggest thing, and that was, I guess, kind of, put a bad taste in my mouth, man. Just because to me, watching it, maybe you did hear it and just choose to not acknowledge it. I thought you might have, but you're saying you didn't, and I'll take your word for it, man. But I want to figure this out with Soft and you, like why, how can we better this going forward? If there's any betterment.
I have nothing against him. I just get bothered when people talk shit and then act like they're not talking shit. That's the one thing that I like about you. And I like that about Pat. And I like people who are going to fucking talk shit and then own the shit they're talking. I respect that. I don't respect somebody that's going to talk shit and then act like they've done nothing wrong.
Here, real quick, we got a super chat coming in from LL Cooley. It says, Corey, can you not understand why people think you're a cuck for giving Aaron half your money from Patrick? Also, wasn't BS that Aaron only gave you half the money on your last day? So I think you kind of just answered that. But if you want to further elaborate anymore.
No, you guys, look, it's not my responsibility to just be around the internet and shoot down every fucking thing that fucking Melton says to you guys that you believe. I'm sorry. I know he's in the chat. Pat, fuck off. Why don't you tell the truth for once, buddy? You always go at me for lying. At the beginning of all this, you used Cowpote as if he was a reference point. You acted like Jake was a reference point. You're the one that started the Chad got assaulted by fucking the Stonies guy shit. Like, you haven't been correct about anything going forward. And honestly, Pat, from me to you, if this channel over at Steel Toe doesn't get shut down for this gaming shit, you're going to look as stupid as you did when Red Bar was going after you 2-3 years ago, motherfucker.
Pat, you hear that? It's a direct call out. You can hop on, Pat, if you want. If you want to answer back to Corey. To all fairness, in Pat's defense, though, he didn't. I'm coming to the defense of Pat here, but he didn't directly say it was the Stonies guy. He
started the rumor live on stream. He checked to see Stonies was there, and he goes, "Well, maybe he did this, huh? I don't know." And then he kept harping on it for like an hour. That's absolutely starting it. That's absolutely what that is.
Okay, so I guess it's just which way you take it, because to me it's just like, all right, here's some evidence. It just seems fishy that the guy was here. But again, you're on the internet, so you kind of have to see, I guess, how people would perceive that, and they would automatically assume. So I get it, that there's a little bit of a, I guess, gray area, in that situation. But look, man,
there's not a gray area. You guys just like Pat, so you're giving him the benefit of the doubt. If you start a rumor and then harp on it for an hour, you started that rumor.
Again, though, it was a piece of information that came out, and he was just saying
that he found and then aired as if it was a breakthrough, right?
In a way, sure, but in the other way, he was just saying, I'm not saying this is one way or the other.
But if you didn't like Pat, would you be saying in another way, no, you want to stay on his good side, so you're not going to say what actually happened, right?
I don't really care about being on Pat's good side. Me and him really haven't even talked. If he'll probably turn on me eventually, be covering me and everything I do. It just is what it is. It's just what I'm seeing, being factual about it. I didn't take it as this is pertinent information. This is 100% factual. Pat has the guy who fucking punched Chad. I took it as, okay, there's a coincidence there. Let's look into it more. But that's just me. But I could see how other people got it, mixed up, right? It was a little bit leading. Sure, I could give you that. But at the same time, it wasn't 100% either way. So
I think there's a big misconception that all of us gang tackled Steel Toe together, and we did not do that.
You did. Just because you were on separate teams doesn't mean you weren't all gang tackling a show together. That's what Steel Toe Boring Thread is. That's a bunch of different factions ganging up on a show you guys dislike. That's literally what that is.
No, I started that before I knew John.
Right, but at this point now, there's like 3 different factions, and you're all united with how much you hate Steel Toe, right?
We're independent group of people that all rally behind a common goal.
They're different factions, right? You have the NLO people. You have the people that are just there to hate on fucking Steel Toe. You got the people that hate Shuli. You got the people that hate Stuttering John, and they've all come under one banner to hate on Steel Toe on this Reddit thread, right? Is that not what it is?
It's not just hate, though. You know what I mean?
I mean troll. Like, I don't mean like when I say hate, and like I don't hate Pat. I don't like, this is my big problem, is that all of you guys want me to fucking hate these people involved in these moving pieces, and I just don't. I'm sorry.
I don't.
There's plenty of things that make me mad, like people talking shit out of their mouth and then being nice to my face. That always makes me mad. But people trolling you on the internet, like, who the fuck cares?
Corey, I don't want you to hate anyone. Why would
you guys were just talking earlier, and this is, again, we'll go back and what you were just talking earlier, that I need to like pick a side, and I'm just and all this shit. If I don't hate anybody, I can't manufacture that.
Yeah, that's just me though. But
somebody to appease the trolls, fuck that.
Yeah, but so you could say fuck that. That's a me thing, right? That's not a you thing. That's just me saying what I feel. You know what I mean? Whether you do or not is you. I mean, if you're doing this whole I'm Corey Adam, I've always been Corey Adam, then just continue to do Corey Adam. Don't give a shit what I say.
I will.
Dude, we're watching Corey Adam. You know what I mean? And we're commenting on that, dude. I've always been nice to you because I like you. I told everyone before we started on it, I thought you were a decent guy. We're talking about what you're doing on the internet like everyone else is talking about. Everyone else on the internet.
Real quick.
It's not personal.
Jules David coming in with $2 says, justice for Corey. Soft Weekly is a troll. Soft, care to elaborate?
I'm not. If people tell me I'm a troll, I guess I am, but I don't think I am. I've been around a long time, and I don't think I've been known as a troll.
Patrick in the chat says, imagine bouncing over something you don't care about.
Oh, yeah? What did I bounce about that I didn't care about? See, this is what I'm talking about. Pat only tells Pat and Aaron are almost the same guy. That's the funny part about this. And again, if Aaron's channel doesn't get down for fucking gaming fraud and everything, you're going to look like a giant fucking dipshit. You better hope to death that when you're out there advocating that people take down another channel and report it, which you did do multiple times, and then you said you didn't, which is really funny. I've got a splice job of that coming up in the video edits. I got a very good video for you, Pat, since you like to do videos on other people. That'll be nice. But this idea that I came in because of that. No, I came in because two guys who were nice to my face were talking shit about me, so I popped in to talk shit back. That's all. I don't care about the other stuff around us. That's not what I'm fucking irate about or Muppet dancing or whatever.
Real quick, LL Cooley coming in with the $4.99 says, Corey, that's what Reddit is. People coming together and hating on liking something. Stop being a baby.
I never was complaining about it. He said that that's not what it was, and I said, no, it was. I was specifying. Right? I was saying, because Soft Weekly said it wasn't a big everybody gang up on it, and it was. Yes, that is what Reddit is. I have read it. I understand that.
Yeah, man.
No, it's a place for like-minded individuals to speak with each other.
Jules David coming in with $2 says, is Soft drinking Bud Light?
No, Busch Light.
Busch Light.
Busch Light.
Wow. Here, I'm gonna pour one up. Corey, look, first of all, we do appreciate you coming on. Obviously, man, you could stay on if you want. But to come on and kind of speak your piece in the whole matter while everyone, you perceive to be is shitting on you. Again, it's just it's more of things.
I wasn't talking about everybody. I was talking about the shit that specifically you and Soft Weekly were talking an hour ago on your own show.
Right.
Stop that. Well, don't do the radio broadcast thing and try to misconstrue it like that's not what I'm doing.
Well,
Stop
I meant
that.
me. I meant
cool.
me.
Right. But then say what you fucking mean. Don't do that misconstraining thing. That's a parlor trick for broadcasters, and you're better than that.
All right. Well, Corey, here is some truth. I'm a little shocked that you're so mad at me about what we said earlier. I don't get it.
I wasn't mad about you till you denied it and then rolled that back into the dial. I
didn't think anything I said on the show.
Right, but now you're like, I don't think. Before it was, I've never have, and I didn't, and now it's I think.
Well, I think you and I have different terminologies of what stab in the back, or I think you said stab in the gut is.
Yeah,
I don't think
you're doing it out in the open.
Did that
the guts, right?
I don't think I did that to you at all.
Okay.
All right. And that's all I wanted to say is I got
nothing against you. I'm just going to call this shit out when I see it. That's all.
All right. Well, I'll call it out too, like I did on the show before you came on.
And now you're back to contradicting yourself, right? You were just saying you didn't think, and now you're saying you were calling it out again. Which is it, man? Your story keeps changing. I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, what are you talking about? You're mumble speaking. I stand behind everything I said. I watched the show and I said what I don't like. You keep trying to get me at something. What do you get me at?
That's not all you said though. You did take personal digs.
What? Give me a personal.
No, I'm gonna make you watch it so we can go over it.
All right, cool. I told you I'll be happy to be on your show.
I know
if you would like me to.
Could you at least give Soft the opportunity to, when you do bring it up, maybe not tonight or whatever, but maybe a time down the line, maybe an opportunity just to at least comment back on the clips that you're going to be playing back on your show?
Of course.
Okay, so Soft, you heard it, man. You will have that opportunity. But yeah, Corey, look, again, I've always said this about you. You're a good sport. You seem like a good guy. I've always been consistent with that. Look, is there things, funny we make fun of about your show? Sure. Is there things I wish you did and kept doing when it comes to the whole steel toe thing? And nobody likes onions.
I agree. There's a lot of people who think I should have handled things a different way, and I understand that. But where my problem comes from is acting like this isn't a consistent motion. And go back and listen to some of the earlier radio shows. I was always the guy standing up to Aaron. That's who I've always been. And I'm sorry that you guys came in a point in the show where you didn't see that and thought something else. But when the fucking NLO shit happened, I leaned into trying to be as funny as I could be. Then I gave my 2-week notice because I basically was getting told that I like sabotaged the show or I did all this shit when I was just trying to be funny. So at that point, I got to leave. And it just seems like everybody's mad because I don't take on this weird hate grudge. And again, as much shit as I talk about Pat, I like Pat. Pat is funny. I still listen to Nobody Likes Onions. I've listened to it for years. I don't hate Pat. I don't hate Soft Weekly. I just, at some point, it becomes this weird bullshit where everybody is projecting these weird thoughts that they think you are. And then they're acting like that's somehow an inconsistency in you. And that's crazy.
So let me ask you this. I don't know. I guess it was a mutual decision between you and Aaron, right? About parting ways, or did you put your 2 weeks in and then he just kind of agreed after?
I mean, we had a conversation. I was going pretty nuclear, and then I put my 2-week notice in.
Okay? So I guess in hindsight, I guess if was Aaron, I guess, did he want you on? Like, could you have stayed on the show? I guess is what I'm trying to ask. If you wanted to,
yes, 100%.
You could have. Okay.
Yes.
So it was completely up to you, and it was your decision alone is why you're not on the show anymore.
Yes, I put in my 2-week notice.
Okay. I'm just trying to get all the facts here straight. But yeah, Corey, Soft, you got anything else for Corey? I'm trying to see what the chat has to say.
No, the chat does not like me, and I still don't dislike Corey. I mean,
I don't dislike you either. I just think sometimes you're a little inconsistent. That's all. I guess I should say that. And maybe I shouldn't have blown up like I did when I came in, but it's just like watching guys who like I thought I was friends with talk shit. And again, I'm not even talking about in the context of the show. Like, make fun of my show all you want, make fun of me all you want. That's fine. But like, it's just weird when people are acting like your friend and then they're stabbing you in the guts. And that's how it felt.
We got
and I'll show you the stuff. I wasn't taking notes. I didn't realize that I'd be talking to you later on this conference call, or I would have had notes available for you.
Real quick, get off real quick. And then we got 2 supers I want to read.
All right, can I just say, Corey, that you can DM me and we'll talk, and you can play anything I said on the show, but I stand by. I like you as a person. I don't have any beef with you. All right?
Yeah, I got no beef with you either. I just want a little bit more consistency. If you hate me to my face, hate me when I'm not there. If you like me to my face, like me.
I'll stand behind what I said on tonight's broadcast.
And I appreciate that.
All right, so we got a $9.99 coming in from Spaghetti Tooth John RNPT. He says, Corey, honest question. When you were on MLC the first time, you would not answer any questions about Aaron. You would only reply, wait 2 weeks, then I could talk. When is that 2 weeks up?
It's already up. I've been talking this whole week.
Yeah, in fairness, you have been coming out, and that was one of my, the tip my cap moments towards you. On, I think it was yesterday's stream, you streamed for 6 hours, which, I mean, Corey, it is a little insane, streaming for 6 hours. I'll put that out there. I'll stand by what I said. But you said something about Aaron being racist and everything like that. And again,
I told him to his face he was racist years ago on the radio. It's not a new thing.
No, I understand it's not a new thing. But to many people, it is, though. Many people haven't heard you say these things or go bad on Aaron, you know? So to them, it's like this whole new thing. Like, wow, Corey has some inside dirt. So I think people are just looking for more of that. Will there be more of that, or I mean, is it kind of just on
honestly, there's not a lot. Like, I know you guys want there to be a lot of dirt, but there's not really like dirt.
Not even dirt, just shit talking.
No, it's like, well, like the thing is like it was a part-time job for me. I worked when we were on the I worked 2 days a week for a while. I worked 1 day other than that, right? And I would come in and I would work, and then everything that we talked about outside of work was usually boxing or whatever. My whole thing is that I came in to Steel Toe. And I was added in as a second mic year 2 or 3 of the show. It was never my project. I show up. All I can do is be as funny as I can be when the microphone's in front of me. And that's it.
We got another $1.99 coming in from LL Cooley. Says, Aaron is soft and anyone who likes him is too.
So check this out. No, I just want to point this out real quick. Nobody Likes Onion goes, 2 weeks is up this Wednesday. Another lie by Corey. No, the 2 weeks was up when I did the show with you. That's when the 2 weeks was up. It was the next 2 shows, buddy. See, this is what I'm talking about. Pat gets everything fucking wrong and then presents it like other people are lying. And you guys fucking eat it up. I wish he wouldn't do that. I know he does it for comedic value. He's a very funny person. I just wish he would stop doing that.
So I could probably expect Pat to be breaking this down probably tomorrow.
I'm sure he wants to be in private. He's not calling in here to talk to anybody because Pat doesn't like actual confrontation. He likes to fucking sit behind his screen and give his viewpoint when nobody's there to challenge him on his half truth, because then he can paint a narrative and make it even funnier and control where it goes. It's a very base broadcasting tactic.
Wait, Soft, did you just donate to the show? Says Corey can't make me hate him for $2. Yo, you're shot, bro. Fucking shot. So Corey, I guess last thing before I let you go, unless anyone else has any other questions they want to ask you, will there be any? I guess what I'm looking for personally. Again, you don't have to do anything what I'm looking for. But will there be more just not dirt, like I said, but just any more shit talking? Anymore?
Nothing I'm doing is shit talking though. I can give honest responses. I don't, again, and I know you guys don't understand this, and maybe you don't like me for it, but I don't harbor the animosity towards Aaron like you guys do. I just don't.
Okay, that's fair enough.
And you know, it's funny because everybody's like, oh, he's sitting on the fence, he's this and that. No, all I can do is this, man. I was part of a radio show, and the time that we were on the radio, that was some of the funnest times in my life, and I will always look back on those eras fondly. Now, with Aaron, I tried to give feedback in the show. I'm not the guy that runs it. I'm a guy that comes in once a week and gets a paycheck. And, you know, at that point, if you're having creative differences or you want to go in a different direction and it's somebody else's project, it's like a band, man. It's like if the rhythm guitar player in a band wants to be the lead singer. At some point, that rhythm guitar player just has to go start another band because he's not going to be the lead singer. This band already has a lead singer.
Sure.
And it's not about hate. It's not about anything. I mean, for me, it's the fact that I leaned into something that I thought was funny, and then it's portrayed as like me going after Aaron or ruining the show or anything like that. It was never, in my mind, it was never any of that. It was me leaning into something I thought was funny. That's it.
Here, I want to read one thing from Pat, and then I want to ask you one more thing, Corey. But from Pat, says, at Corey, know the day you got fired, you said 2 weeks. It's not been 2 weeks yet. You're a lie. The day you did my show, you didn't know you were quitting. Another lie. Fire, fire, fire.
Just because I didn't tell anybody, didn't know I wasn't quitting, right? Like, again, this is what I'm fucking talking about. You do this shit all the time, Pat. You're not in my head. You don't know what I was thinking. You weren't in on these conversations. You don't know what happened. From the day, go back and look at the fucking calendar, you stupid McFuck. You E.T. cran-melted Eugene Levy eyebrow-having fuck. I am so sick of your half-truth bullshit, dude. You're funnier than that. I get it. I know what the parlor act is. I've watched you for fucking decades at this point. A decade, right? Like, the thing is that no, after the show that I went on you, I did 2 more shows. Go back and watch. Go back and watch Corey Goes Rogue and see when Cremating Corey aired. Those were 2 weeks. What the fuck are you talking about? And again, fact check me. Everybody that's an Onion person, go back and look. Look at the date of Corey Goes Rogue and look at the date of Cremating Corey. Tell me those aren't 2 weeks apart, you stupid fuck.
A lot of people are saying 2 lies, cucked, LOL.
Right?
LOL,
yeah, no, cool. Go ahead. It's all up there, man. It's not lies.
Imagine being
Pat, right? Rather than she just lied. He's like, oh, imagine being mad you can't grow hair. This is like, it's fun. It's fine. I don't care. Like, I like Pat. He's very funny. I hold no ill will towards him. But he does this thing where he presents half-truths as everybody else is lying. And it's like, you guys will see it. It's a parlor trick. Everybody sees through it eventually. It's fine.
So Corey, I guess, you know, one of my biggest things, and I think this was Pat's biggest thing, but, you know, being in podcasting, you know, I know the significance of talking into a mic, and that was my biggest thing with you earlier. So is there any way we can get you to maybe get the mic like in front of your face?
It's in front of my face. This is a fucking RE20. It has a bulb here. This is where it detects sound. It doesn't matter if I'm here or here or here. It's the same sound. Stop it.
Okay. So
again, another partial truth. Like, go ahead, look it up. Look up Electro Voice fucking
Soft has
RE20.
One. Don't you have?
That's the mic I use.
Yes, you can put it to your side because it creates a bulb where it's picking up the sound. You can literally talk in it because right now my face is right behind it. It's right, like, it looks like it's in front of me, but it's not. My face is right there. It's just to the side because then you can see my face and you can make more expressions. That's it.
Corey, are you using a either cloud lifter or fathead on it? Because you need a preamp in that mic to really get it to work solid. Trust me.
I do have a pre-mic on it. It's a Titan, I think it's called.
Okay, yeah. If you got some
mic on
kind
for
of
sure.
inline preamp, you got to have one of those to make it work right. But that's a solid mic, big time. That's what I use. I have a SM7B, but I prefer this mic. I think it's better.
It's a good mic.
I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. He said 2 weeks on the 29th. So I think Melton's looking back and maybe
He's trying to semantically cut it, right? What happened is that we did the show, and then my 2 week was in. I did 2 shows after that, and that was it. That was literally my 2 week notice. Go back and watch.
We'll have to review the tape, Corey. I hope you're telling the truth. But
I'm the one that put in my 2 week notice. I know I'm telling the truth. After the Corey went rogue thing, we had a conversation, and I put in my 2 week notice. I did 2 more shows, and I left. That's it. Watch.
So, Corey, before I let you go here, I'm just trying to read because I mean, obviously, you got something going on with Melton right now. He's, obviously unhappy with you.
No, this is what he's doing though. He's trying to semantically pick apart inane details. Like, oh, he's lying. This is what he does. Again, Pat is very elite level at this one parlor trick, but this is what he does. It's all half-truth, like me working at Chipotle or whatever. Fucking dude assaulting Stonies or Cowpoke being a reference point or getting Steel Toe's channel taken down for gambling. That still hasn't happened, right? Again, at what point do you hold Patrick accountable for all this stuff he said and none of it's been true? None of it.
Well,
and I know you guys don't want to hear that because Pat's in the room and everybody's fucking daddy's here. We can't fucking this and that. It's fine.
I mean,
where is Patrick responsible though? That's
for what? Oh yeah, no, Patrick. So the overlying issues of why I left were there for a while. Pat was absolutely a catalyst, and if he wants to take responsibility for that, he can. And I've always said that. I have nothing against Patrick. Patrick is very funny.
But I think you go ahead, Soft, real quick. But real quick, let me before I let you go here, Soft, that is not Corey. I think you whether Pat wants to have you on or not. I think really this is a conversation that you two need to have, face to face, really, and not through a live chat.
But this is what it is, right? He never comes on to do it face by face. It's always he's going to cut up and edit something and go after him. He did the same thing when he was trying to confront Chad. This is the like modus operandi, right?
I guess we'll see. So, Pat, the ball's really in your court from there. We'll see. I don't think he'll shy away from it. But again, it's his show. I'm not going to tell him how to run it. But Soft, what were you going to say, man?
I forget now.
Solid.
I don't know. I was really shocked by how mad Corey was at me because I don't think I did anything terrible. And like I said, if you do your show and you want me to come on and react, I'll do it because I don't think I said anything terrible. I feel like I've always been upfront with you and fair.
Corey, like I said, man, I could kind of see your point of view in the sense of what we were doing here tonight. A lot of people, we're Team Corey, not Team Corey, not Team Corey. And then you find everyone, myself included, Soft, and other people here.
I just don't give a shit, man. Like, if you're on my side, stay there. If you're not, get the fuck away. I don't care. Like, that's the thing, right? And I'm done with all you fucking morons just swinging away. Like, I'm swinging back now. I don't give a fuck, dude. And again, Pat can call me whatever he wants. You guys heard it here first. Hold his feet to this fire. If he can't get Steel Toe taken down for gambling, everything he said is a lie, right? Like, Cowpoke is not a reference. Guy from Stonies did not assault Chad. I did not work at a Chipotle. Like, at what point is that, like, but he's going to call everybody else a liar? It's fucking weird. That's all.
It's all.
That's breaking news. You don't work at the Chipotle. I'll say it. I know some of that stuff is dumb. I'm making a joke here. I don't care. I wouldn't care if you worked at a Chipotle. I don't care if you got to pay bills.
I would love to work at a Chipotle. I would get a discount, and I love that place.
I wouldn't care, dude.
Jesus. Corey, just look, man, for me, again, you don't have to take it with anything I say, with anything. You don't have to take it to heart. You don't have to take it to anything. But
no, time out. James Bank, when you unsubscribe, don't come back, please. Just don't come back. Thank you.
I guess someone unsubscribed. Okay, I'm unsubscribing from Corey. Again from Corey. But look, dude, just, keep the same fire, man, all through. It makes for good.
This is who I am. Like, you got, this is the thing. Let me say this, right? I am so sick of people acting like this is a new fire I've developed. Maybe I'm not at my full potential at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Well, no, yeah, dude, trust me. I can only imagine having to wake up at fucking 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, go do a 4-hour show that you're co-hosting, that you're not really set up to succeed, really, in that situation, right? It's Aaron.
See, look, here's Pat again. I never said he worked at a Chipotle. What a liar. I said someone on Reddit said it. Right, but it came out of your fucking mouth, didn't it? This is what I'm talking about. You argue semantical points that aren't truth, present them as truth, and then attack people like they're lying. It's a one-parlor trick, Pat, and you're very good at it. Just fucking do that. And a good luck getting the gambling thing taken down. Where's this class action lawsuit? You've been talking about it for what, almost a month now? Where is it? Where?
Feel like you're addressing.
At the end of the day, it feels like all you're doing is tagging on to something to sell fucking shirts and mugs. I want one of those hats, though. I'm going to get a movie hat.
Oops, sorry. Hold on. Let me get you guys back here on full screen. Jake Hudson said he made me a video. We'll have to check that out. I don't know if I want to play that right this second because we're about to let you go, Corey, because there's just a lot of back and forth between you and Pat. We could do this literally all night, obviously, but I think the best course of action is somehow getting you and Pat on a show together and, really kind of just, have it out that way and just, say your piece, he'll say his piece. And look, the whole prize night thing, man, for what it's worth, it's just, I'm not.
I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. I think it seems fishy. Like, I think there's a lot of valid points that Pat raised up on it, you know?
At least we can agree on
Aaron
that.
about it. They have a fucking, there's a lawyer for the business. And I didn't get too much involved with it, but I would assume that I would assume Aaron talked to the lawyer at the very least, right? And it's not a very good look when he's saying everything's legit and then he's taking down videos of the prize night. Like, that's fair.
Right.
But beyond that, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost like, there has to be a lawsuit or some sort of thing. Not a lawsuit, because I don't think he said lawsuit. It was just some sort of legal action taken. But there almost has to be one now at this point. Otherwise, it's just kind of, empty threats or essentially like that. But yeah, man, look, at least we can agree on that. The prize night is completely fucked up. Really, at the end of the day, it's just a way to rake in a lot of money, man. But look, man, so I guess you're going to be streaming right after this?
Yeah, I'll pop on.
So
and if Pat wants to call in and fucking dice it out live, you can. But I know you're not gonna. You're gonna sit behind your own show and just keep to your own narratives because you don't like being called out on shit, right? Feel free. You have an open invite, Pat.
So Pat,
your move, bitch.
Yeah, ball's in your court, Pat. And I'll be curious to see what happens from there, man. Because I don't see Pat as being the one who just like is gonna shy away from this. Obviously, he'll chop it up. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on. For sure, moving forward. Soft, you got any last words for Corey?
No, just that, Corey, like I said, I always liked you. And if you want me to come on your show and defend anything I said, I'll be happy to do it. Just let me know.
Yeah, word, man. I mean, I'll be over there. Everybody's free to come. I have an open phone line and a Discord if Pat wants to come in and talk. But I'm sick of this, like, let's all talk through video and not actually fucking talk so that we can paint semantic half-truths, right? Which is like your wheelhouse. I just left radio people that do that. I'm good on that. If you want to have a real conversation man-to-man, you're more than welcome. But other than that, shut the fuck up, dude. So far, you've been wrong about fucking everything.
Wow. Okay. So, lots to get into for Pat and Corey. Hopefully, maybe Pat could do something like that. Like I said, hopefully, we see a interview between Pat and Corey some way, and they can maybe hash it out and get to the bottom of what the fuck is actually going on. Obviously,
I do want a hat too. I do want a hat.
So, well, go on the store. Hat. Yeah, go on the store, man. Nobody likes onions. But Corey, so what's your whole streaming schedule? Like, how's that whole thing working for the people who want to subscribe?
The KCUK is a podcast that you can find all over the place. Like, it comes out on Monday. The streaming schedule we're trying to lock down, but one of the guys on the show, his rotating work schedule changes, so it's hard to get him on there. But right now, we're figuring out when we might do something in the morning. I kind of like doing the night shift, like the late night shift after people are gone. I mean, it's pretty great. So who knows?
Yeah, you're not really competing with many people, which is actually a good thing.
Yeah. Well, and I kind of like just being out on my own. I mean, I like the fact that like I don't know, man. Like, it's weird when you're working somewhere and you're not allowed to swing back. But now I'm the only person that controls me swinging back. So I'm going to be swinging back. So
clearly, as of tonight.
Everybody here who's like, I'm unfollowing, good. Unfollow. And stay the fuck on. I'm so sick of you wishy-washy fucks who think you know everything about a career that you could never fucking do. It's ridiculous.
How about MLC? What's you still on the MLC train? Can we expect you on MLC? What's going on?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, they hit me up whenever and they say come on the show. So far, it's been I think 3 times I've been on there so far. So I don't know. It's definitely not a regular position of any kind, but it's they call me and I'll go on. I really enjoy it because the thing I like about MLC is that the chat room is so full of hate, but that's the whole point going in. Right. It's less of the fucking people on your side and then they're off your side and then they're on your side and then they're off your side. It's just we're here to hate you. I can get that. I can get behind that.
Right. Yeah. Your last performance on MLC was when you came off the right off the bat and just came on fire, man. That's the Corey. I mean, for me, I enjoy watching. You know what I mean? So again,
and that's closer to who I am on stage. You know what I mean? That's me on stage.
Right.
Like this is me, and that's the thing is I'm so fed up with people acting like it's inconsistent when it just doesn't align with what they want me to be. I'm sorry that I'm not like as vested in like burying Aaron as you guys. I really have no animosity towards him. I really don't. And I don't hate Pat either. I think I like him and I are going to fucking be fine. Like the thing is that I don't think anybody in this is really taking it that personally, but it's so weird watching this ebb and flow where everybody's like, oh, you're not being consistent. You're this and that. And fucking what? Like what has been inconsistent about anything of it? I did something that I thought was funny. And again, Pat's in the room. I will stand by this. I think that show, Corey Goes Rogue, I think that is one of the best TV moments. And I know, like, I say TV because, like, boomers are the ones that watch TV. Everybody watches YouTube and stuff, but it's streaming, let's say. I think that's the best streaming moment of the year. And Pat is equal parts of that. I'm equal parts of that. Even Aaron's equal parts of that. The 3 of us will be tied in that moment forever.
So, yeah, keep it on streaming, and I can get behind it. When you lose me on when you say TV. That's all I was saying.
I just think at this point, it's like when people say they're listening to a CD, but they're listening to MP3. Sure. YouTube is clearly TV now, right?
Right. No, I get what you're saying, Corey. But look, man, we appreciate you coming on. The fire is great, and just, I guess for the people who want to subscribe, KCUCK on YouTube, KCUCK, how do you spell it?
KCUK.life is the website. Also funny, Pat just said Corey is living in February. Oh, when you started picking on me, February, March, April, that's not months and months, but I'm the liar. This is what I'm talking about, Pat. You pick a semantical truth, present it like it's the truth when it's a lie, and it's never correct. People are going to get wise to this, man. That's all I'm saying. 2 years ago, probably longer than that ago, when Red Bar was on you, he was calling that shit out too. It's a known quantity with you. Knock it off. You're too funny for that, man. You run a great show. You're very funny. You're one of the best online at brand imaging. I just found out my buddy Lane did your graphics. That's fucking weird and a whole other thing. But just fucking be you, man.
What was with that comment? Because I was watching.
I know Lane. I met Lane at a show I did a long time ago, and he's like, I like Lane, but he's kind of crazy. And then apparently he did the like Onions logo, and like he's got some beef with Pat that I've never heard of, and he just posted a comment on one of my videos. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he was like, really letting it out there, man. I was like, holy shit. But yeah,
months and months, Pat. Check it out. February, March, April. Months and months. What, are you fucking stupid? Are you like, there's no way you're that dumb. Months and months. February, March, April. Is that not months and months to you? Where's the lie, Pat? Where's the fucking lie?
Corey, like I said, let this, either you get Pat on your show or Pat gets on.
Yeah, he's more than welcome. The phone line's open, Pat. I would love to talk to you face to face. I know you probably won't because you like to do all your shit talking behind a safe camera where people can't actually call you out on your bullshit.
He said he's so dim.
Yeah, no, see, and all he can do is attack me, right? Like, that's all he can do.
So, again,
all he can do is, Corey lied. He said months and months. February, March, April. That's months and months. Oh, this and that. Call in. Oh, no, I'm going to fucking call him names instead. Ball's in your court, Pat. Either you're a man or you're not. The phone line will be open when I go live. It's on you now.
Guru Run says, clip it, Bex. Yeah, clip it out. Guys, so look, Corey, Pat, set this thing up, man, because it's much watch. Sorry, I'm a little gentleman jack. Couple gentlemen jack deep in here, but it's much watch TV, as Corey Adam would say. Corey, again, dude, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me, and everybody should watch and subscribe to Win by 2 Radio. I'm going to call the stream that I'm doing now Lose by 2 Radio because we're going to be reviewing you guys, reviewing us. Soft Weekly's welcome as well. Everybody's welcome to come over except for James Bank. I don't want to see you in that channel. You've unsubscribed and you are dead to me.
Corey
But
on.
thank you for having me. Keep doing what you're doing. I really like the show.
Appreciate it, Corey. Corey on fire, man.
Thanks for coming on.
It's Corey Adam, everybody. Wow. So, by the way, your camera wasn't on the whole time, just to let you know.
I'll turn it on now.
Okay.
I didn't. I'm new to Zoom or to Skype, like we're doing now. Here we go.
So, I mean, this show has taken one expected left turn after the next, man. Holy shit. Corey coming in on fire, having a lot of, gripes of what we were saying. What Pat obviously has been saying the last, whatever, it's been 2 months now at this point. The best course of action, I think, with them two is obviously get them on a show together, right? It's like, you can't do this thing where Corey's on the show, our show, replying to Pat in our chat, and it's like this whole fucking discombobulated thing, man. But what are some of your thoughts and takeaways on that, man?
Well, really, and I know I'm drunk now because it was Thanksgiving, the turkey, whatever. I'm buzzed, and it's late. And I set out.
Pretty sure it's Easter.
I set out the Ray interview, but I didn't understand where he was coming from because I told you beforehand, even in like private messages, I like Corey. He's not a bad guy. And when he came out hot on me, I couldn't understand it. I'm a fucking nobody. Nobody knows who I am. Yeah.
Right. Now we got Jake Hudson calling in. Sorry, not to cut you off, but we got Jake Hudson calling in the line right now.
Jake.
Should we answer? Do we dare answer it? Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a longtime follower. He might have something good.
Real quick, Carlos Danger with the 5 says, Corey, when do you think Stut Joe or Stut John will return? Oh, damn it, left. Do I still have to pay? Carlos Danger with the $5.
I do want to say before you take Jake Hudson, though, that I'll take credit for this because that turned into a great moment on the internet. Trust me, people are gonna pick up on this.
Sure. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Corey went fucking full tilt. And like I said, I was surprised because I thought we were cool.
Here, let's bring in Jake Hudson, everyone. I've never talked to this guy. I've never even.
Hello,
Jake. Is this the real Jake Hudson?
This is me. What's up?
What's up, Jake? It's the first time you're here on the show, man. What's going on? I see you calling in. You made a video. You said for about us.
Yeah,
of course.
I sent it to you.
What's it on? Skype?
Skype. I sent it on Skype because that's the only place that I have you on right now.
All right, I got to figure out how to do this while you guys are in the call. But what's up, Jake? What's on your mind, man?
What's up? Sorry if I'm a little nervous. I'm on camera right now. Holy shit.
Oh, look at that. The real Jake Hudson. Let's go. Give a round of applause for Jake.
I'm a little nervous being on camera with you. Bigger star than me.
Sorry, hold on. I screwed up here. I'm screwing up here.
That's all right, Jake.
Sorry.
Deep breaths, man. Deep breaths. No one's fucking...
By the way, when you were in your video, I didn't have my headphones on, and I was having to hear the mic. In my tablet, I was watching the video. I was watching Sunny V2's video on cheaters.
Okay. Real quick, Jake.
Who said?
Wait, no, real quick before we get into that. So this is a little concerning. Someone says, "Oh no, now you owe Jake $100." Jake, you're not going to be holding my feet to the flames here, right? This is.
I'm just doing this. Here's the thing. I love your show, and I love what you guys are doing. And you guys are. I'm not charging you on this.
Let's go. Free Jake Hudson.
Yeah, thank you, Jake. That's fucking awesome.
I feel honored.
The reason why I watch here's the thing. We gotta. There's, Aaron M. Holt. I'm trying to get that guy out of my head. Aaron M. Holt is a dick.
We could agree with that, Jake. We could agree with that.
I can't get him out of my head either. So I understand.
This guy here's the thing. Go watch the interview that I posted. The interview I reposted on Thursday with Aaron. Aaron said he was going to put me on his stream team. He never did.
Wow. So just more empty promises from Aaron. And again, you guys have Aaron on the brain. Well, Aaron lives here in the studio. Aaron is here at all times. I'm not sure if you guys can see here tonight, but he's got the Shaka doll looking all nice. So don't be afraid.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. That's that could be people think that's racist to have that Shaka doll.
They don't think it. They, it's pretty much is confirmed racist.
Yeah, we know, Jake. It's racist. We can all say it. It's very racist.
Yeah.
So Jake, I know, I understand you're not a big fan of Aaron, or you might dislike Aaron. You might hate his guts, right? As many of us do here tonight.
Yeah.
But Corey Adam,
yeah,
man. What's your thoughts
Corey's
on Corey?
A good guy. I love Corey. He's he doesn't want to get into in the middle of steel toe versus people. He stays neutral. I'm just saying this. When steel toe was fighting, he was always my friend.
Yeah, he was pretty mean to me tonight. Nah, I'm a good guy.
To say the least, man. He was letting me have it.
Saul, do you have a disability?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Drunkenness.
I'm sorry. You were slurring your words a little bit. My bad.
Yes, I was.
Too many, what were you drinking, Soft?
Bush Light. I had Guinness earlier and Bush Light.
It's the Bud Light.
It's the Bud Light without the Dylan Mulvaney.
Yikes. No Dylan!
Too soon? Is that too soon?
It's a little too soon. So Jake.
Yeah,
good.
I love that you actually have the on some of the shows they have it like on the screen. I like yours better because you have it on TV behind you. But is your back hurting when you do that for a long time?
My back doesn't necessarily hurt, but I'll tell you what, man, my neck is kind of stiff. I actually, after every stream, I call in my masseuse, and she comes in and gives me the old 1-2.
By the way, you're going against Chrissy Mayer's Simcast, right?
That's right. We were supposed to check in with Simcast, but we've had so many people call into the show tonight. I mean, this show has been off the rails since fucking minute one.
Oh, here's the thing. There's one thing. There's a lie that Aaron tells every time, and that is, I'm a doxer. I'm not a doxer. I made a bad decision, and it happened one time, and that's it.
So Soft, I think Soft knows a little bit more about that as it entails to the doxing. If you want to get into that, Soft. Real quick though, before we do, Spaghetti Tooth John RN PT says Soft's disability is being on Win by 2 radio. Which, I mean, I'm not going to dispute. I mean, that could be pretty accurate.
All right. The doxing, I thought that it was pretty clear. Everyone knew right away who it was, but Aaron said a lot of names for a couple other days, including yours.
Yeah.
And that's what I always thought was bullshit, because everyone knew right away that it wasn't you. And,
it wasn't me.
Right, and he was part of spreading that. Is that correct?
Yeah, he did, and he was him. And here's the thing: Bob Levy has forgiven me. Bob Levy, Reverend Bob Levy has forgiven me about that.
So you've doxed twice, Jake?
No. I got accused of swatting Levy.
Oh, swatting Levy and doxing Steel Toe. Gotcha. Okay. Now you're not gonna do that to me, Jake, right?
I don't. Here's the thing: I don't have any information about you. The only thing I have on you. Here's the thing. I don't even know how to get your information. The only information I have on you, his name is John DeCapricorn.
Yes, John DeCapricorn. Some people do call me. Yes, DeCapricorn.
Well, what I was very upset about is when Steel Toe was mad at Chad for Patrick said, "Hey, what's his face? You know who I'm talking about? The guy from Stonies.
Oh, yeah, fucking MacGyver.
Cheetos.
Yeah,
Cheetos.
he said he said, hey, he was in Florida, which was true. You know,
Yeah.
and then Aaron acted like it was some kind.
Here, can I speak, Saul?
Yeah, go ahead.
Patrick Melton has doxed people. Sorry,
Oh, this is breaking news, right? I didn't know that.
Patrick has doxed people?
Chad. Yeah. Wow. He doxed. Chad doxed who Aaron's ex-wife is.
Yeah, but in all fairness, you know, Aaron's ex-wife is a published author. You know, she's out there for the public to consume. It's to me, it's fair game. You know what I mean? Now, we said this on.
I'm sorry, Patrick.
We said this on Thursday's show, Soft. It's like, you know, if you're doing like a little, you know, sports podcast or a podcast about fucking fossils or like some dumb fucking little niche podcast, and then somebody like doxes your fucking ex-wife, well, then I could see that being a dox. But if you're like Steel Toe does, you know, makes fun of people's fucking, you know, trans kids and whatever the case, makes fun of people in general, well, then, you know, if there's some information about, you know, your significant other or your sisters or whatever, people are going to pull that information up. It's not a dox, though.
Yeah.
That's not a dox.
Yeah.
Make it private. Don't make it public.
Exactly.
Because if you're a public figure, then I'll look at all your public info.
Yeah. By the way, I love that a lot of, I love that, a couple weeks ago, people wanted me to come on here and people were saying, Win by Two wanted to have you on the show, but my sleep schedule is sometimes fucked up.
What are you, a night owl, Jake, or are you more of a morning guy?
I get to sleep when I can.
No, fair enough.
Because sometimes my stomach bubbles up. I have a thing called acid reflux.
Oh shit.
But and I'm gonna say this: I love Patrick Melton. I love him. He's a good guy. He's gonna be sending me some merch.
Whoa.
Oh.
So nobody likes onions merch going right to Jake Hudson, man. That's exciting.
Well, Jake, we got to be sure about that because he promised me a hat. I still do not have it.
Wow. So, okay, two promises. Wow. So
should I say something?
Go ahead. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Hey, look at that, Pat. Nobody likes onions. Oh, shit.
Spaghetti Tooth John sent that to me.
Wow. Shout out to Spaghetti Tooth John RN, PT, sending Jake Hudson the merch, man. I have to mass produce merch. Nice. I'll send you guys some merch when I get it made. I have one of ones right now, but I'll get that made. Dude, fuck yeah. So, Pat, again, where are these guys' merch? Holy shit. I didn't know that, Soft. I didn't know you ordered merch and didn't get it yet.
No, he said he would send me a hat. He was like, wait till the Steel Toe stuff clears and I'll send you one. I'm just busting his balls.
Yeah. Wait till the heat clears.
Yeah.
I'm trying to read some chat.
Yeah.
Here. Well, what you got, Jake?
Well, he made fun of Melendez, transgender daughter. Does John Melendez, by the way, Stuttering John, we got to talk about him.
Well, real quick. Citizen M in the chat says, and Aaron did not make fun of Stuttering John's kid. He attacked Melendez due to the transgender daughter, and that's worse, in Citizen M's opinion. Real quick, Nobody Likes Onion says, Soft message Pat.
I like Pat. I just, Aaron, the timeline of how long I've known him. He's a good guy to me.
Yeah, go ahead, Jake.
I just want to say that Fearless31 said Aaron's docked one of his own kids in the old Steel Toe interview Jake posted. Yeah, I forgot about that. One of his daughter, I'm not going to say the name, for legal reasons, was in the shot in one of that interview. And go back into that first that interview was in 2021 when I was first starting out. I was still getting used to this shit. It was a shitty podcast. Just saying that. Canadian 220. Oh, You want me to read this?
Go ahead, right away, Jake. Go ahead.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to read this. 220 Canadian, $2.20 Canadian. Steel Toes crying about doxing, but doxed Tony Michaels.
I'm not too familiar who Tony Michaels is. I'm not sure, really too familiar with the situation. I'm not sure if you guys have anything to add.
By the way, I did a song for Total BS. Did me a song. A cover of my song.
That song, by the way, shout out to Total BS. I know he listens in the chat. That song was fucking phenomenal, and it stemmed from you, Jake, which was even more impressive. They turned your song into a musical masterpiece, I would say, and it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Brian because Brian's a cool dude. He doesn't necessarily do what we do on the internet, but I like Brian. I've talked to him a lot. I've got very talented. I like Total BS.
As of late though, Soft, real quick. As of late, Brian has been kind of dipping his toes. I see on Twitter he's kind of poking fun at Anthony Cumia.
Yeah, he's starting to get. I said, man, the water gets deep if you come in too quick.
Oh man, welcome to the dark side, Brian.
Yeah. I love that a lot of the shows that I watch Win by Two Radio, Nobody Likes Onions, MLC. I watch the BS show. The Shirley Network.
Yes. Yep.
And I watch Total BS, and I also shout out to Gino Bobina, one of the greatest people in the world.
Shout out! You heard that, Gino Bobina? Shout out to you! Wow, that was our high praise.
And also, Citizen M did a lot of my thumbnails. Did the one for Bob Levy interview? Shout out to Citizen M.
No,
Jake,
Citizen M does not like me. He thinks I'm a snake.
We're pulled up. Steel Toe pulled up Tony's workplace website on live stream.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, look, Steel Toe he's no saint in this matter. I think it gets lost in this whole fucking, Steel Toe saga. Is like people are like, why do you fucking hate Steel Toe? It's so hack to hate Steel Toe. It's like, well, this guy's no saint, man. Just because the last, 2 weeks he hasn't talked shit on somebody. Go back on his episodes, man. He was talking shit about Opie, Chad. I mean, all these guys.
Yeah. This is something.
He's talking shit about me. He's been telling everybody, "Oh, I'm a bad person," but what I've done a lot for you, Aaron. You ass.
Wow, big words.
I was making songs for them in late 2021, late 2022,
and they just kicked you to the curb.
Before they got
Bastards.
this was after them getting kicked from Twitch over, and we don't even. It's almost a year. April 25th is 1 year since they have been banned from Twitch, and they still don't know what happened about that.
Hey, Soft, you know what we're doing on April 25th?
What are we doing?
We're celebrating the year anniversary that Aaron got banned. We'll be live April 25th. Confirmed.
We are doing.
Yeah.
Jake, look, man, we're going to get ready to wrap the show up. I do want to check on what you sent us, though, because, damn, it's already.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem, man. I didn't realize it was already fucking 12 o'clock. But
Jake, thank you for coming. It's been awesome.
Thank you very much.
Jake, where can everyone find you?
Jake Huston on YouTube, twitch.tv/Jake Huston12, and also on Twitter @HustonJake. But you can also find me in the chats of MLC or the Chili Network.
So go check
it out.
And
I'll talk to you guys before you guys pull an air and had me kicked out of here. I'm gonna leave. Good night and goodbye.
Wow, what a classy fucking exit from Jake Hudson. That was unexpected for sure, man. Wow, we're getting it from all angles tonight, man. Corey, Ray, Jake. Hold on, let's see. So Jake said he sent us something. I'm curious to see. Win by 2 Radio is awesome. So here, let's see. what this possibly could be. It's only 30 seconds, so we'll play it real quick. We'll give Jake his Whoa! What is this? Hold on, guys. Sorry.
Oh, is it gay porn or something?
I don't know. Let's see. It says win by 2 radio is awesome.
Win by 2. Win by 2 radio is the best in the world in what they do, and that's not an opinion. That's just a fact of life. Yeah.
Wow.
Team Win by 2 radio 444.
I would think like a show you would never call Jake, but if he calls in the wild like that, you know what I mean? It's kind of cool.
Nah, man. Look, this show has been, I guess it was only right to bring Jake on because this show has been left, it's been right, it's been up, it's been down. A lot of drama on tonight's show, man. I'm sure this is going to be unpacked across the podcasting world throughout the week. Look, man, we didn't even get to everything we wanted to cover. We barely got to anything, dude. We just scratched the surface, and then it's just. But hey, sometimes that makes for the best fucking podcasting, and
I took a lot of hate tonight in the chat.
Yeah, so let's.
Some of those guys were my friends though, which is funny to me.
So let's get that's out of the way now. Hold on, let's catch up with the chat though. Guru One says win by. Total BS says John, cover this please. Well, we'll have a cover ready this week. Kid has no loyalty. Who's that, Jake? You have to win by. Total BS says, please. Yes, the cover song will be coming this week. Can't wait till Jake turns on Win by 2. Yeah, it's only a matter of time before the FBI shows up at my house, man. Don't you think I know what I'm in for? Citizen M says, Jake Hudson, FTW, fuck. I'm drawing a blank. Race stole all my memberships. For the win. FTW. I thought FTW meant something else. Wow. I'm just fucking. Wow.
It was incredible. And people can say, oh, Soft was drunk tonight. But I think me arguing with Corey fucking turned it into something incredible. So I think that was great, dude.
Corey's actually, I seen Corey in the chat while we were talking to Jake and said, he's going live now. So you guys want to tune over, of course, when this stream's done, over to Corey to see what we were talking about. And look, again, I went into the whole thing saying it's just criticisms, right? It's constructive criticism. Take the constructive criticism. But I mean, he really came out at it, and he came at you with a fucking grudge, dude. And, a lot of people were saying in the chat, like, oh, this is 2-on-1, it's not fair. I kind of stepped off, man, because I didn't want it to be I'm not a fan of pileups, right? I didn't want it to be me and Soft versus Corey. I just let you two hash it out, and I would kind of try to moderate as best as I could, I guess.
It's the same way we did the Ray interview. We didn't want to gang up on him. So you and I talked about it, and you did that all by yourself. I didn't say a word.
Well, thanks, Soft. I appreciate that. Carlos Danger says, I've been retained by Jake Hudson in regard to an April 10th appearance on your program. Please see your email for Jake's invoice payable immediately. Yes. Yeah, now I'm going to be sending invoices. I'm going to owe Jake money.
Yep.
There's going to be fucking, mafioso guys at my fucking front door tomorrow. This is insane. But, yeah, man, look, I mean.
Tomorrow night, Jake will be on someone else's show going, John did me wrong.
Yeah, fuck those guys. No, I hope not, man. Hopefully this is the start of a beautiful relationship between myself and Jake Hudson. That would be, the kicker in all this thing. Soft, unfortunately, look, we are, again, working men, so I got to get up in like fucking 4.5 hours, which is going to suck, but it was all worth it, man. This show was, I thought was pretty good.
I get up in 5, dude, so I hear you.
Look, we'll be back on this week, Thursday, and then next week's my birthday, so it's my birthday weekend. I think I'm taking the weekend off next week, so we're just going to do Thursday, and we'll be back on probably well, Thursday, and then after that, one day the following week as well. So, but yeah, man. Any final remarks? Any final conclusions? What did we learn tonight?
Well, no. I took it pretty hard in the chats, but like I said, a couple of guys in there were friends of mine just fucking with me, and a couple of them were guys I know hate me, so whatever. And I was a little too buzzed to broadcast tonight, but it was Turkey Day.
I could tell, man. You're struggling, dude.
Yeah.
It's all good though, because
but I think the show fucking killed, dude. I think the argument between me and Corey, because I don't dislike the guy at all. Yeah. We'll see. He can pull whatever he wants from the show we did tonight, and I'll defend it.
Well, you know he's watching right now, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
and as I said, I was floored by that. Anything else would have been fine, but I was floored he was so pissed at me.
Well, hey, man, that's going to be a thing to come. Let's see, Guru Run giving us a round of applause. We appreciate everyone, obviously, tuning in. Look, for the rest of the time, man, we're not going to shy away from it, and we'll bring people on. That's always been my MO. I'm not going to sit there and talk shit and then cower at the, when somebody, has to air a grievance. You know what I mean? So we'll be talking shit for the rest of the time, dude. I'll probably wind up making fun of Corey's stream again this week. Like, it just is what it is. It's the internet. Stop taking it so personal.
Right,
and it's not just Corey. It's not just Corey either. You know what I mean? It goes for the wide, the general fucking show host out there. Like, people just they take it so fucking personal. It's just, man, it is what it is, bro. You put yourself out on the internet. I've said this time and time again. It's just like, go do a fucking a cooking show. But even those get fucking shit on. So it's like, nowhere you turn, you're safe. And you have to understand that if you're fucking trying to do this and you're trying to make it to the next level, people are going to come at you. It just is what it is, man. So the more personal you take it, the worse off you are, man. But look, we're going to get out of here. Hopefully everyone had a good Easter Sunday. We appreciate everyone tuning in. Thank you for everyone who super chatted in. We appreciate that for sure. Everyone in the chat, you guys are fucking the real MVPs of tonight. Soft, man, I appreciate you. Second show in the books, man. This one was great for sure. We'll definitely hit more topics and everything like that. We didn't even get to anything tonight, but hey, it was well worth it, dude.
Can I mention we're gonna talk about the Kreischer roast, right?
Yeah, we're gonna get into that probably Thursday.
Yep.
So all right, so I'm gonna sign off here. I'm gonna play the music. Just don't hang up. I want to talk to you after.
Yep.
In the principal's office, please. No, I'm just kidding. But I do want to talk to you. Just not. It's not nothing serious. But all right, guys. Thank you so much. Hopefully everyone had a good Easter. Thank you for tuning in. We will be back on Thursday. So tune in then. Pat Melton, Corey Adam feud. Will that continue? Will Pat go on Corey's show? Will Corey go on Pat's show? Only time will tell. But that's going to do it for us, man. For myself, John, that is Softcast. And we will see you guys next time. Stay safe out there. Have a great week. Skype is fucking farting. Jake says, thanks for letting me on. No problem, Jake. You're welcome on this show anytime. Thank you for coming. Thank you again, guys. You guys were phenomenal. Jake says he enjoyed it. Well, that's good. At least one person tonight enjoyed their fucking appearance. Have a great week, guys. We will see you back here on Thursday. Total BS. We're dropping that cover this week. I gotta run these credits one time through. p.m. Thursday night. We'll see you guys there. Have a great week. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, we'll see you then.